it was like Grinder for me.
Well, you remember on last episode where you're like, I want the Switch 2 to do everything for me. So maybe this is your new
Exactly.
grinder. Maybe Mario Kart World is going to be the new grinder.
Yes, let's do it.
Oh my gosh, what a prediction.
Adults only area, please. Thank you.
It means a whole new meaning to Mushroom Cup, right?
Shut up.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. What's up, everybody? Welcome to this episode of the Addison Gaming Podcast, the podcast where we talk about the games we want whenever they came out, because that's what we're playing. We'll talk old stuff. We'll talk new stuff. We'll talk everything in between. I am your host, WckdGmrUK Allen, but on this episode, you can call me Bananza because I am so excited for that reveal. And as always, I am joined by the most amazing co-host in the world, Mike Malldee, but on the streets, he's known as Psychic Mike. Come on, predictions, Mike.
Oh, predictions.
So many right. Well done, dude.
Well, thank you. I just read a lot.
I was like, when I was watching this direct, I was like, Mike got that one. Mike got that one. Mike got that one. You were like racking up those predictions. That was amazing.
One of the predictions I was about was the using your old Nintendo Switch with the new one, and I didn't read that anywhere. I just was like, that was in my head, and so
yeah,
I'll take it.
That's a really good. I mean, that is just. We'll come to that one when we get into it, but like, I think that's a coup on their part, just because, right? So many people have so many Switches in their house, and now is an opportunity to.
And I don't want to get rid of my old Switch, so sentimental.
No. Yeah. I think the only thing that I called that I was like, I don't know if it was a prediction. It was more of a want. Was some like banger third-party games. We're definitely getting that Eldin Ring that I wanted. I'm so excited for that. Cyberpunk came out of the middle of nowhere. I mean, this is just.
Yeah, I was like, Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. Oh, have you never seen Cyberpunk before?
I have. Okay. I've only seen play. I never played it, but I watch gameplay sometimes. So
yeah. Richard's been playing through it at the moment on the Xbox Series X, just there, and it's really cool. I started it, but then I got sidetracked by another game. But like anytime I watch Richard playing, I could just sit and watch him play it. It's just such a cool environment, and now we're gonna be able to take it on the go with us. It's so good. It's so exciting.
It's exciting.
Quick fire before we get into the episode properly. Top 2 things you were most excited about from watching the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct that just dropped today.
You first.
Oh, you're excited for little old me, Mike?
Yes, you tell me first.
Yeah. Okay. I am. Oh gosh. So I think I'm really excited about the Eldin Ring call, because I cannot wait, because I've wanted to play that. It's one that I think is just it speaks to me, but like, because I travel so much, like I think it's a game you have to play a lot and get the mechanics down and all the kind of battle systems right. So now that I can have it with me portably, take it on the go, I am definitely very excited about that. And then I would say, oh gosh, second thing I'm excited about. Excited? I don't know. I mean, we'll get into this. I'm curious about the mouse functionality. I think there's something in it there. Might be gimmicky, but I'm excited to play with that a little bit and see how it gives more options for the system itself.
Okay.
Those are my quick fire 2 excitement things. What about you, Mike? What are you excited
about? My quick fire is GameCube. GameCube games coming.
Yes, good one.
I'm really excited about that. I have the regular Nintendo Online subscription, but I may have to do the upgraded version. And then the other thing, I guess, Mario Kart World. I was like, this is like an open world Mario Kart. I'm excited to see what else there is to do in this game that isn't just racing. So that's kind of really cool. So I really like that.
Yeah.
I'm totally excited for that.
Yeah, you know what? Like it's just they started off with a bang with that. It just got me super excited, gave me all the feels of like anytime there's a new Mario coming out, a Mario Kart coming out, there's such cool stuff to look forward to.
Yeah.
And you know, I think we had some inklings from the initial reveal back in January. People were saying like, "Oh, there's going to be 24, people and it's going to be open world," but I didn't realize kind of the extent of that. So, yeah, good stuff. Yeah, and that GameCube stuff. Yeah, Mike, you are absolutely right. I would that one super excited for. Yeah.
Yes, I want to play Wind Waker, though. Like, I want to own it, you know. And so I'm kind of
Mm-hmm.
like, do I have to constantly pay for a subscription just to enjoy
Mm-hmm.
it? But yeah, it's fine. I'm happy it's coming. So
Well, that it's the sort of the monkey paws gift of an announcement because there was a lot of people saying like the Wind Waker HD release
mhm.
they did for the Wii U.
Yeah, okay.
Um, so that's how I played Wind Waker originally because I never had a GameCube. And it's so good, but it's kind of it's that kind of give a little take a little kind of thing because the Wind Waker HD is so good because obviously it looks beautiful and all that kind of good stuff. But they're not giving us that. They're giving us the standard
Mhm.
definition version from the GameCube and all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, excited, but
Yeah,
one of
yeah,
those things you go, come on, Nintendo, come on, come
yeah.
on.
At least they're giving us something.
Totally. Yeah. And
Well,
that's
let's
day
get
one too.
into this.
Let's do it. Yes. Oh my gosh. We're starting to talk about it. Okay, folks. So if you're joining us on this episode, Mike and I are going to break down our thoughts and reactions to the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct that just took place earlier today. So we're going to watch it as we go through together. We're going to start. We're going to stop. We're going to get into it. We're going to deep dive. We will do our best to be efficient with our timing, but stick around. Listen to all our thoughts. And if you are listening on the podcast, we'll do our best to explain what we're seeing. But probably blessed to watch this one on the YouTube channel because it's going to be reacting to a lot of the visual stuff. But hang in there. We're going to take you on this journey. So, Mike, let's get into this, shall we?
Shall we?
Okay. Got me doing double duty on the technical side, coming over here. Let's do it. Good old Peggy. Oh, you know what? From the last episode, when you said, who's Peggy? I didn't even clock that. And it was only when I was listening back that I was like, nice one, Mike. So funny. That was
Good
amazing.
old Peg.
Good old Peg. Here we go.
All right.
So new graphics here on the Direct logo. Yeah. I mean, in terms of like colors and stuff, usually it's just the sort of typical brown and white and red and stuff. So that was nice to see some updated coloring.
Yeah, it's giving me Pikmin 4 and
Yes.
Tetris.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Or like those little Lego pieces that you step on and you hurt your foot and you're
that
like,
as well.
motherfucker.
I don't have children, so I don't know about that. I do have a Lego set though.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
And I know we can't hear the music here as we're watching this right now, but this had like some really nice sort of like country vibes to it. It felt, really, really cool. It just and it looks phenomenal, doesn't it?
It
Looks
does look
so
good.
Yeah.
Looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
And
So we've got go on.
I was just gonna say, it was giving me like when I saw how expansive that track was right in the intro. I was like, oh wow, it's really big. I was like, how long are these races gonna be?
Yes. And what I love about how they did this reveal trailer, it's like, just casually introducing things like, okay, boats are back, we've got planes are coming back, right? So lots of those mechanics from games of the past, like Mario Kart 7 on the 3DS, or was that on the 3DS? Yeah, that was the 3DS. And a little bit of Donkey Kong. What was the Donkey Kong on the N64? DK Racers.
I don't think I've ever played that.
Oh, that's almost even better than Mario Kart.
Really?
But then also like, yeah, but then showing these new mechanics here
this.
of like, yes,
wall
what is
jumping.
This? What's that parkour? It's like Mario Kart parkour.
It's like skateboard, parkour, everything.
And then did you see Toadette there like actually hitting the block as she was driving? There's so much detail here. But what's this pit right here where they're like eating something and then
they're
psychedelically?
changing? I don't understand. They're doing mushrooms.
Oh my
They're
gosh! Yeah,
always doing
we'll watch all the
mushrooms.
way through, and then we'll go beat by beat. But like,
Okay.
here you go. This is your piece about how expansive it is.
Yeah, I'm like,
How
I want to know, like, are some of these races going to be like 10 to 15 minutes long? Like, what is going on? Like, and I'm okay with that actually. If like, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sit down for a game of Mario Kart and then go in 15 minutes.
yeah. Oh, for sure. So I think let's go back a little bit and start picking up on some things. So just tell me to stop it when you want to like pick up on something that you like want to talk about.
Alan, stop.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Look at here.
Okay,
So we've
look at these
already got
characters.
Paulina is there. There's
Mhm.
Baby, Peach, Birdo, Shy Guy, Waluigi. Was Waluigi?
He's always been a part of
He's
it.
always been in it? Okay. I had a moment where I was like,
He's like unlockable, but like you.
oh, okay.
Yeah. Just,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So kind of classic characters returning.
Yoshi. Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't think they're revealing any like new characters in this kind of scene here.
Not that I thought. The only one I thought that was new was Waluigi, but I think yeah, you're right. He was
I'm
in
pretty
other
sure
stuff.
he's been there.
I think you're right. I'm just forgetting. I haven't played Mario Kart 8 in forever. But this does make me want to get it out and play a little bit. It looks super cool, looks super smooth in terms of graphics. That little fire burst coming out of the tailpipe looks really nice. And the vehicles, like they still keep that same vibe and energy, but they're really looking cool here.
Donkey Kong's new look is from what he looks like in the movie, is my understanding. I don't know if I like it. His eyes look, I don't know. He's giving me like, he's kind of crazy. He's giving me a little crazy vibes with his look. I mean, he is crazy, but
yeah,
I don't know about it. Okay. Anyway, okay. So I haven't seen any new playable characters.
No.
I know in the last one we had like Splatoon characters you can play as.
The cow's
well,
new.
this cow, that's new,
yeah,
right?
there we go. Where'd the cow? I think that was from
Animal Crossing or something? Or no?
No, I think it was from the Nintendo 64 version of the game where you were on like there was
Moo Moo
cows that you would
Valley?
yes, Moo Moo Valley. Yes, I think that's what it's from.
Okay.
And this mechanic here, let's just go back. What do you think is happening?
So let's look at Mario before he grabs it.
Yeah, let's see. So because
That's Luigi.
that hat looks really cute, by the way. I mean, all this stuff is so cute. I can see all of the cosplay stuff happening.
That's like cultural appropriation with that.
Okay. Yeah, he's an Italian plumber. What's he doing with a little bit of like,
hat.
yeah.
It's okay. I'm here for it. Sombrero with me up.
Right. You give permission, Mike? Okay. Love it. I'm loving it.
On behalf of all Mexicans.
Yeah, I'm glad you speak for all Mexicans. Thank you. So yeah, we see here in the trailer for those folks listening at home or on podcast. So like effectively one of the things that is shown really quickly is Mario like eats a triple cheeseburger, I guess, from the Yoshi Burger place. Huge. Looks delicious. And then quickly turns into a different person, it looks like, or a different character.
Yeah, like a costume change.
Yeah.
Takes off
like
his Mario. He's like traditional Mario and then turns into like, look at me. I'm like, don't have my hat on and I don't know, look a little bit more dapper.
Yeah, totally. And there's like this like weird psychedelic like, energy force that goes around them to try and like make the shift happen. And then we see just a couple quick bits of that. What do you think that is, Mike?
I just think they're changing their costumes but I have no idea why and what's the purpose for it. Maybe like your different costumes have different kind of effects when you're playing. Like you can throw something different. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh yeah, like different abilities could be associated with the costumes.
I don't know. That would be a new mechanic. I've never.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just making up stuff, but
I mean,
another prediction, maybe.
I love it. Yeah, Psychic Mike. Because here, where we're stopped now, we see the 4 different outfits that Peach has.
Exactly.
By the way, the one on the far right with her in that like hat, like she's going to high tea or something, is so cute. And then I just noticed this one, the second one, she's wearing like a little Boo fedora. Can you see that?
Oh yeah.
How freaking cute is that? Sign me up. Here's my prediction. All of this stuff is going to be merch at the Super 100%. Nintendo World. Yeah. So you can cosplay as Princess 100%. Peach from Mario Kart World. But yeah, so there's obviously different stuff. And I guess this is replayability stuff, right? So you can come back in, you can get new outfits. And Nintendo from times to times will do this thing where they'll like for example, remember when the original Switch came out and Breath of the Wild, you could get a Switch shirt for Link. So, maybe they'll do like promotional things like that. Like one of the things are happen. But that looks really cool. You know, I mean, it also looks like we're going to from the how in Mario Kart Tour on the mobile phone. Did you ever play that one
I
from the
have,
cell phones?
yes.
Yeah, so you were going to like actual locations like Germany and Tokyo and stuff.
Yeah,
There was
yeah,
some
yeah.
like elements here that looked a bit like that. I don't know if we're actually doing that here, but yeah, it looked like it. Why is this in French?
Which
Okay.
one did you pull up? I should have sent you the link.
I thought I pulled up the US one.
Well,
Oh
for
well, it
our
doesn't
French
matter.
subscribers,
Yeah. Merci or de rien. Here's the French.
merci beaucoup.
I do want to just note here what's really interesting is the three people that they brought out to talk about the Switch. Like, this is a
Yes,
whole new generation of
it is.
Nintendo people.
And also, can I just say, like, they gave me zero excitement to read this. But I mean, they're very mono, and I was just like, okay. He's like, and now look at this, and then he puts his
Yes.
hand out. But I was like, there's like half smiles, and I know maybe it's just Japanese culture, but I'm just like, okay, why are you not excited like I am right now? They're like, because we're tired of talking about it. We've been talking about it for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
oh, so true. Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
but I wanted them to like jump up and down or whatever, but and nobody did the thing.
Oh yeah,
with the little click.
Oh yeah,
Are they getting rid of that? What is going on?
I didn't even clock that.
The last Nintendo Direct, they were like snap, and then with the Switch click, and this one, I didn't hear that. So I might have heard a click, but I didn't hear no snapping. So
yeah, I heard the click with because the logo now is animated where the two things come in together, which is totally cool. But yeah, I didn't hear the snap. Oh,
maybe they did, and I didn't pay attention. It was early this morning when I woke up to watch. Well,
let's see
continue.
when we're watching. But it might be R.I.P. Switch snap. That would be a really sad day for my life.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's like, I think it's really telling. Not only from like a changing of the guard perspective here, right? We've got three new faces. I can't remember personally if I've seen these individuals before in videos, but it's just, I think it's a very purposefully decided thing that they've done. We don't have the president coming out talking about the Switch 2. Shigeru Miyamoto is nowhere to be seen in this. Like, I think it's a real exciting thing, but passing of the torch, if you will, and allowing the new generation of the faces of Nintendo to start showing up. So yeah, I just think that's a really awesome thing. But come on, get a little excitement, right?
Yeah,
get some fire in that.
I
right?
like it. I like his oversized jacket coat thing.
Yes, I did clock that too.
Coat.
I was like, come on, jacket, very nice. Okay, so they're talking. This is really nice, and then we're gonna get some more into some more details. So
this was the biggest announcement, other than the Switch 2. This is the biggest game I think they announced, in my opinion.
I think so.
Well, and also the Donkey Kong one, but I feel like this was this is the one that's people are gonna freak out about, because people still subscribe and play to this, and they're always releasing DLC, and this is the number one. This is their biggest seller. This is the biggest seller by far, I'm sure.
Totally. And what I'm loving about this right now, because we talked a little bit about the like change of pet play, like that. All those clips you were watching there was just them driving around areas and talking about weather changing and how that's going to impact
drive virtually everywhere.
Yeah. I just think such a cool mechanic. But see, we got some pictures here, obviously, of there's still going to be circuits, right? We've got the traditional mushroom cup that we typically start with, and we can see along the bottom row there the different other, loads of different other cups. But I think the big kind of difference here with this one is that everything is interconnected. And we saw that big world map, right? When they panned out, which BTW was giving me like, it's like Super Mario World vibes. You remember when you first saw that Super Mario World map? It was like, it felt like a really interconnected world.
It also gave me a little Zelda, by the way, with like the rivers and the streams going out into the ocean. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh my gosh, could you imagine if they like, DLC is like you download a little bit of Hyrule and then suddenly you're driving through with Link in Hyrule and all these characters, because actually we haven't seen Link in this, and he was DLC in the last one.
Okay.
Come on, Psychic Mike, what do you think? Is that one going to fall into the prediction category?
I just think that we're going to be able to I don't know, there's going to one of my predictions, and I'm just making it up as I go, is this world is going to have little quests along the way, like side quests here and there, just kind of how like the Breath of the Wild was, where you go and talk to somebody, you stop at a diner, they're like, hey, have you seen da 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 da? Can you go
Yeah.
collect? I need you to collect all 20 of these and bring them back to me. And then, so I feel like, I
Yes.
mean, because what other than racing, like what else is there to do in this open world? And so
Yeah.
I feel like that's going to be really cool. I also predict there will be like a separate online thing where not everybody, but like I don't know, max of 50 people in this world, and you get to just roam around with these random strangers and stuff. It'll be kind of cool. Like you're
Yes.
just driving by and you're seeing somebody like, hi. So
Well, yeah, they did mention as part of like the talk over for this, they were like, "Oh, just go like on a little casual stroll or little
yeah,
drive with your friends or whatever."
with
And
your
that, like,
friends,
you
but I
know,
want
yeah,
randoms. I like randoms.
yeah, exactly. Oh, that whole, and we'll get to this in a minute because they're going to talk about the whole connect, you
Oh,
know, chat thing or whatever.
we'll get to that.
Yeah, Nintendo is not very good at like letting you connect with random people, but
I
maybe that's
know,
changing. Maybe that with all the
because
parental
it's stupid
controls.
children.
I know,
Goodness,
right?
this
Because
is
don't
for
you?
adults, okay? Because no child can afford the system.
Yeah, we'll talk about the price later. But like, I don't even know if I can afford it.
Right.
But the just going back to like Nintendo on lockdown with like social media stuff, did you ever remember that? I can't believe this happened. It's so ridiculous. So you remember on the DS where you could do picto chat, you could like draw things and it would
Yes.
like send it to people?
Yes.
People, like, obviously awful people in this world, who are not, you know, very good people, found a way to exploit that and would like send salacious drawings to like random users. So, you know, I can get why, sorry, it's not funny, but it is kind of funny to me.
It's
But I
hilarious.
can, it is hilarious, but like, I could, I mean, I don't have kids, but I could only imagine if my kid was playing it and be like, hey, look at this picture I got. I would be like, what? Like, you would just be so livid. So, you know, Nintendo's right to kind
Yeah,
of
because
keep
I
on
was like
lockdown.
16 or 17 when I got my DS, and I remember the Picto chat, and I remember
Yeah.
trying to find people to like, come on, send me something, please. And
Yes.
I'm like,
Yes.
or just play around with it. But I feel like nobody around, and I feel like if I lived in a city, like a big city at that time,
Uh-huh.
then maybe I would have been like, oh, passing people and all that stuff. But no,
Yeah.
not. I mean, when you live in a suburb and you don't really leave the house, it's like that has no value for you. You know, when you're
Yeah.
playing at home mainly and you're a child, like where are you going to go other than school with this? And even in
Yeah.
school, like it can be confiscated. So yeah, so I feel like
Yeah.
those kind of things. But yeah, I've always wanted to like connect with somebody. I think one time I did, but nothing really happened. It was like Grinder for me.
Oh.
16 years old, 15.
Well, you remember our last episode where you're like, I want the Switch 2 to do everything for me. So maybe this is your new
Exactly.
grinder. Maybe this is
Okay.
Maybe Mario Kart World is gonna be the new grinder.
Yes, let's do it.
Oh my gosh. What
Adults
a prediction.
only. Adults only area, please. Thank you. That's what I
Oh,
want.
that means a whole new thing to
I
Mushroom
don't want to
Cup
play
then,
with these
doesn't it?
kids because they're a whole new what?
It means a whole new meaning to Mushroom Cup, right?
Shut up.
Stop it. Stop it. All right,
Alan,
let's move on. Let's move on. All right, so lots of things, lots of worlds connected. Yeah, I think, you know, as you were saying, Mike, I think you're right. I think you're right about this whole driving around, maybe doing a little bit of side quests and stuff like that. Yeah.
There will be quests. It has
Totally. Totally. And it just, but I mean, it looks gorgeous. And I know we're going to come on to some of the specs that they talk about.
It looks amazing.
Looks so good. So good. But you know what's interesting though is that like Nintendo's really, really good at still keeping things feel cartoony, but then just tweaking them enough that I'm like, oh, how does it even? Because I never thought Mario Kart 8 Deluxe could look any better, right?
Yeah,
but this is doing that in a way that I don't know what they're doing, but it just looks great. I mean, obviously it's the power of the Switch 2 and all that things, but
it looks amazing.
So good. So good. There you go. There we go. That's
Rosalina.
Looking good. What was Mario? Mario was holding a can of drink, just chilling by my truck.
See, this is the drive around part. So going back, I mean, they had the knockout tour, which was, I feel like it's going to be like the amazing race because you got to race from one cup to the next cup. But like, how does it? So my question is, it's not going to be like a 3, 2, 1 go for every, maybe in the beginning, but then
yes.
But when you get to the next cup, you just race it with it because you're racing to get to the very end between these other cups. So like you're traversing this world Are you?
Yes.
My mind is like so when you get to the next cup, you're not waiting for anybody. You're just continuing on. So if you can still be in the previous cup, and I'm already done with the next cup, and you're trying to catch up to me. Basically, is how I
Yeah,
see it. So
I
I don't know,
think
but I
so.
feel like so it could be fair because if you're like really far ahead, there's going to be like some side quests to do in between before you can even enter the next cup. So that's why the knockout
Mm,
tour. I don't know. I feel like that's how it should
I
be in my
see.
mind. Uh,
Uh-huh.
it's all speculation at this point, but
Yeah.
I am excited about this. So I love Mario Kart, but I'll get bored. I'm like, okay, I'm done. And then because it's just the
Yeah.
same thing over and over and over again.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
this adds whole new like I'm excited. I love open world, so
Yeah.
this is going to make and look at the map right here on the side. There's this
Yeah.
little island area. How do you get there? Like what's going to go
Exactly.
on? Like how are we going to like? And then you can see in the middle there's like a bridge or a road that goes to that little
Mm-hmm.
island with the palm tree. And
Yep.
so anyway, it's given Breath of the Wild meets Mario Kart. I don't know. I love it.
Yeah, I think, uh the whole knockout thing. I also wonder if it's like, so everybody starts, at the first gate, and
Hmm.
then as you drive through, I wonder if you just keep going, but if like the only places 1 to 7 make it through and the 8's gone, and then you keep driving and then only
Okay.
places one to
Yeah, I
six
mean,
make it through
it
or
is called
something like
Knockout
that.
for a
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah.
It is interesting.
Um, but what you
It's gonna be
do,
like Rat Race, that movie. It's like just go, and they all just. Have you ever
I
seen the
don't know
movie
if I
Rat
saw that
Race with
Rat Race.
Mr.
No.
Bean? Never mind. Okay,
No.
we're good. We're good.
Okay. But then one of the things as you were talking about that prediction for knockout, I was thinking, I was like, oh well, if you're number 7 and then somebody's already on the next course as you were talking about, like
Hmm.
what's the blue shell that's going to go get them? And interesting,
Right?
as I'm
What's the blue
reflecting
shell?
now, I wasn't seeing a lot of like I didn't see a lot of stuff that people were doing to, or the players or the racers were doing to try to knock people out. The items. I didn't see a lot of items as we were going through. I've just
I didn't
realized
see
that.
anybody other than I saw like the 3 red shells one time or the mushrooms around them.
Yeah.
And so I wonder what new item, new mechanic,
Yes.
because you're gonna have to. Maybe it's a passport. Then you get it'll transport you to the next cup. Like okay, I got to get there. A
Yeah.
teleportation device.
Yeah.
And also,
Um,
will eighth place still be the last and final place? Because like
who
there's
knows?
24 people, like 24 characters racing at
Mm-hmm.
one time. Like
Yep.
I think if you get place 12, you're like pretty good still because you got half. You beat half of them.
So
So
look at this here. Just go back. So there's like definitely, I think you're right. There's going to definitely be like little things that we don't know about. So if you look here, there's a purple. Oh no, this was too far. There's like a purple pea. The pea that you jump on, that you stand on, and it like in the regular games, and it like makes blocks or whatever.
okay.
Let
Oh
me
yeah, yeah,
show
yeah,
you
yeah,
here
yeah,
in just a
yeah.
second. Yeah, there was like, so in the free roam area that we're just about to see, you can see Mario passing this little mound, and then there's like a P block that's on it. And I don't know, like what's going to happen if you hit that? Are we going to all have to go chase the coins, or is it going to set up a whole new level of platforms that we need to try and navigate, like little mini challenges within the open world, right? Or those the tasks or side missions or whatever that you were talking about, like that. Yeah, here, if you look just there, you
Yeah,
see it?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
there's
like,
gonna you hit that, and then it's gonna be like that one song
uh-huh.
they do. And you have to collect all the coins within a
Uh-huh.
certain time frame. Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. And look, did you see that the bush? There was a bush there, like a pile of leaves where Princess Peach went off road. And so, like, what happens when you go through the little bush? Is there going to be like a little something
Oh
hidden in
yeah.
there and
There you go.
get some
Yep.
coins, or I don't know, I don't know. And
So
there's what the
cool.
random airplane flying by.
Yeah.
Got a
Yeah. So
kayaker there. I like, come on, like this is going to be so cool. Like, it's going to be
so
so
cool.
cool. I'm
And it's
excited.
it's really
I don't
solving
care
that.
about taking pictures, but I will take some, just a couple.
But it's really solving that replayability issue you talk about, right? Where like, I feel
Yes.
like, even though, because you nailed it on the head, like you do the races as many times as you've done, and you're like, okay, fine. But now you can just jump in and drive around, and maybe they'll say like, oh, there's a new challenge over in this part of the world as part of DLC, right? Or maybe
Yeah.
there's a new trick you need to try over here. Yeah, lots of things to look at. Okay, so here, this is the splash screen, it looks like, for the probably the Kart cover art. Here's a new player here. What is this? This is one of those like enemies with little tiny wings that has like big
Is it?
black eyes. I think this is from Super Mario Wonder.
Oh yeah. I wonder if
Yeah,
the elephant's going to be playable when you turn
those
into the
elephants
elephant.
look great. Who's this one over
No.
here in the water? That's a penguin. That's a penguin from Mario 64, it looks like.
Oh yeah.
And then you've got
There's a lot to take in.
there's a lot to take in. And I just want to call out, I love Nintendo's box art. I love how they can cram all this stuff on here and just
Mm-hmm.
make it look so cool. And I could just look at it for ages. Come on, box art.
It is
Okay.
beautiful.
So Mike, this is one of your favorite things. Anything else you want to mention on Mario Kart World while we're here?
I think I've said it all.
Yeah.
It exceeded my expectations.
For sure.
I was not expecting open world concept at all,
Yeah.
and that right there alone, this game I'm probably going to spend hours and hours and hours in. So this is day one purchase.
Yep.
It comes with the Switch if I buy that version. So yes, I'm gonna for sure. Excited.
Yeah, take my money now, take my time now. Let's jump in, let's drive around. It's gonna be a blast. Cool. All right, so moving on from Mario Kart World. So cool. Very excited for that one. So that one's
It's gonna have its own
and there's a
direct.
more direct. That's right. Yeah. So we're gonna have some more reflections on that one later this month. So we'll
There's also going to
definitely
be a Nintendo Treehouse, like kind of like a I
Mhm.
don't know what the Treehouse they like play, right? And they talk more about the games, and so that's coming out in a few days.
Yeah, I think
there's
tomorrow
the 4th and the 5th, or the 3rd
Yeah.
and the 4th, and
Yeah.
so and there's going to be 2 of them, so they're just going to deep dive into that and take up all my time. So
Yep. 100%. Yeah. So much more content coming our way on those tree houses Thursday and Friday. And sometimes they announce new games there. So, because one of
Okay.
the things I was reflecting on as watching this is there actually wasn't a lot of new Nintendo games announced, you know? I know we've
wasn't,
got the
no.
big Donkey Kong and then we've got Mario Kart World.
like Nintendo specific
Yeah.
games, not just like third-party developers.
Yes. Yes. So, I mean, that is
See, nobody's snapping their fingers. Nobody's snapping their
nobody.
fingers.
It's
Okay.
just more the clunk.
So let's get into the C button really quick.
Yes,
The new C
yes.
button on your right
Uh-huh.
Joy-Con.
Mm-hmm.
It's the chat feature is kind of cool. I do like that.
Yeah.
But like we need a whole button just to do all this. Like just that one button alone is this like, oh, we're gonna start chatting now. And so it's kind of like the camera button. Like, oh, this button is take a picture now. And so it's kind of I was underwhelmed with the fact that that's all it in my mind. That's all it does. They didn't really do anything else. You hit that and you can open up chat. I do like that you can now, chat with. It's easier to with. It sounds like it's easier. You can communicate because before, if you're a Splatoon player, you had to have the app attached to your Switch, and then that's how you chatted through the app just to chat while you're playing Splatoon, and that was kind of convoluted. And but this microphone sounds like it's better than this mic I'm using now because I'm like, if they could like mute out a blender in the background, like what the heck. So right now, like it's about to show it. Like, it's like that doesn't. To me, that's amazing. But he's blending up his smoothie, his roommate or lover, and now it's like, oh, I can still hear you because that blender has he has no effect.
Incredible.
He can listen too apparently, so he has amazing ears. But so I'm more of a solo player and I play on I'm always traveling, so I'm always on an airplane. So I play on an airplane a lot. So that chat function is not going to be as valued for me. I know some people will be, but I mean, it's cool. It's a cool feature. And maybe like with us doing this podcast and everything, we will be using it a lot more when we play together. So I am excited for that. It hasn't came up yet, and maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. But when that camera comes up, I really don't care about the camera. Nobody wants to video themselves while they're playing, like unless you're streaming. Like,
yeah, I mean that's a good point because
nobody's gonna buy that camera.
Well, it's definitely
are you gonna buy that
streamers.
camera?
I did think about it. I don't necessarily love it, but I did think about it.
Streamers have better cameras.
They do. But the fact that it's integrated so seamlessly, I think, is the thing that's going to be really useful. Like, it just makes it just makes it a lot more simple. But the question I have though is just because you can like have the camera and be seen, like, can you send that out to other places? Like, can I stream that live over YouTube? But they didn't. I don't think they
Exactly.
answered
Yeah,
that. I
they
think they
didn't
just
answer
said
that.
you can see your friends. But there was an additional element to the camera. Did you like? They haven't shown it yet in this video, but we get onto it when they're talking about Mario Party Jamboree, the Switch 2 edition, where
Okay,
like you can physically see people like you're
and
in the game. Yeah.
there's
So
like if you have a camera, then you can actually have more game features. So
yeah,
yeah, I mean,
I think so.
I just feel like my bank account is just emptying out watching this the whole time.
So true. No, I think you're right about the camera. I think that's probably more of the gimmicky aspect to it, where like, it
You know they're
is.
going to
Yeah.
create a whole game where you have to have the camera. So
Oh yeah.
there and speaking of like yeah, there is the camera and
Yeah.
is it going to be good quality? I don't know. Is it going to like follow you around? Like, as like, how do
Oh,
you
I
have to have it
see.
set
Yeah.
up so perfectly to where,
Hmm.
because how does it know? Like, because if in all these little clips and images, there's like
Yeah.
this little circle and it's always on your head. So
Yeah. Who knows? And interestingly, because we'll pick up on this when we talk about the Switch 2 edition games, I think the cameras can decipher individual faces with one camera, right? So it looked
that's
like
what it
there were.
seemed like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's some Nintendo magic going on in here, but as you say, like going back to the whole point about the chat function, I typically play on my own. I'm traveling quite a lot. Um, you know, uh, cool. I'm glad it's here. I think it's, definitely needed.
I like
Nintendo
that
is
it's
so.
integrated
Yes.
and not an
Yes.
app on your iPhone or Android or whatever you use.
Oh yeah, I'd forgotten about that chat app until you mentioned it now, and I'm just like, what the hell were you thinking, Nintendo? Like that is such a stupid workaround.
Yeah.
And this is great, right? Like this is going to give people
Look
like
how
if you're
big it
on.
is in her hands. Did you see that?
Yeah,
She either has
yeah,
very
the
small
size,
hands
it looks
or
great.
it's humongous in her hands. I love it.
Yeah,
It looks about the size of a Steam Deck.
yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
just a bit thinner for sure, but because it's the
Mm-hmm.
same thinness, which I loved.
Mm-hmm. So cool.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so great. It's integrated. People are going to get the chance to like, if you're somebody who, as you say, if you're playing Splatoon, this is going to super help that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, maybe there'll be an opportunity, like, because they are doing the Marvel. What was it? Marvel Invasion. Like, I could see when we're playing
Okay,
that as a playthrough, like a nice, funny
that's going to
chat
be
with
amazing.
that.
Actually, thank you for saying that. I feel better now.
Yeah,
Thank you for the C
yeah.
button, Nintendo. Thank you.
um, but we'll see about the camera. Maybe not the camera, because you're right. Everybody's like, especially streamers, they've all got their own like cameras and good stuff now.
Well, can you
Yeah.
though connect your own camera into there? We don't know.
Well, because it goes into the USB-C, right? So maybe
Yes.
you can.
And another
So
question I have, because
yeah,
when streamers are recording their Nintendo, their
yeah,
gameplay, it's kind of you have to go like a roundabout way of plugging it in and getting it to.
uh-huh,
I mean, I've tried before to get it connected to my computer and I failed miserably. But you have to buy
right.
these special connectors and this and that. Can it now just plug and play? Can you just
That would
plug it
be
into your
sick.
computer and then just record what you're doing instead of
Yes.
having to record it on the Switch and then like transfer or whatever? Like that would be
Yeah.
cool. Like I don't know. Just make it
Um,
easy. Plug and play.
totally. I would love that. That would just that would solve a lot of problems because I think I'd love for us to do some like,
Live
streaming of us playing
plays.
certain games or live plays or, whatever that we can upload
Yeah,
to
it
the
would be
channel.
awesome. Just make it
Um,
easier. So
Make it easy, Nintendo. Listen to Mike. He wants it to make it easy. I pause it here for a second. So for the listeners, we're looking at the part where there's like group play happening, and you can have 4 screens at the bottom. But this is interesting to me because like you don't have to all be playing the same game. So when
mm-mm.
they first showed this, it's like, oh, you're all playing Mario Kart World, and you're checking in with each other and driving around the world together and chatting. But on this, you can actually have somebody playing Animal Crossing and another person playing Super Mario Wonder and another person playing Zelda. So you're actually just like playing your own game, but then your friends are playing their own game at the bottom. And I'm kind of like, why is this happening? Like, what's this about? Is this just people to feel like they want to be connected and see what other people are playing? I don't see why I would ever use this, but
Yeah, it's like when you're just needy and you need somebody around all the time.
Yes.
I mean, but also it would be nice though. You can see like if someone's trying to help you walk through a game, then like you're playing your own game, you're like, oh, where are you in that game? And you're like, okay,
That's
no,
true.
what you're supposed to do is go there, no, go there, you know.
Yeah.
And they did show an example of that, like, oh no, we're over here. Oh, there's the wall. Get over that wall, and once you're over that wall, you'll find us, or whatever he said.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then because you can. And then also just if you enjoy watching people play their games, or maybe they're trying to show you what their game's like, and if you're thinking about purchasing it, then you can actually see them play. And
yeah, that's a really good point, actually. So this
you'll have
is
to
just
have some rich friends and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so I think, cool, great. It's integrated. How much I'll use it, I'm not sure. I'm sure it'll definitely be used by lots of people out there.
Yes.
And
we'll for sure give it a try. So
yeah,
and I mean, definitely. Maybe we like it. So
yeah, maybe we will be converted by the C button. But I think I'm a little bit disappointed that it's not more of like, I really loved because you didn't have the Wii U, did you? No, yeah, I loved the Wii U's Miiverse, and I just thought there was going to be it was like their version of Facebook or whatever. But I just wish that was coming back. I loved it. It was so fun.
Okay.
It was so silly, and I thought that was going to be like the community button or whatever. But
okay.
Oh well, but
it
this
is
cool.
Still community in a way. So
true. Yeah, true. All right, so that's the C button. That's the big mystery that was happening. So for you, C button stands out there. I hope you got everything you wanted from it. Yeah, and then there's a picture here of the. I want to comment real quick though on just the look of the hardware itself. Like it looks solid. Like I think we're looking at like a decent. Where's that image? It looks
use
like
your
a really,
keyboard to like go back slightly. I think that might help.
This looks solid. Like the build of it, the quality looks really great. Like
just get that camera out of there and it'd be a perfect picture. Just kidding.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. I don't like the camera, and you're right. I just think the system itself looks sexy. That dock looks sexy. I know we're coming on to
even the stock like controller for your Joy-Cons looks good. So.
Yeah. They've really just kind of evolved the aesthetic in such a really great way. And I think they're making the decision to put it out like with an all sort of black or sort of charcoal color, because look, the first adopters are going to be the people like you and I who are like, day one, we're there, give it to us. People who probably have expendable incomes, right? Parents, all that kind of stuff. So then of course they're talking to that sort of more adult gaming audience here, and then they're going to release something down the line that's more kid friendly, I suppose, or more kid like. But yeah, I love it. Good start here. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for it. What are we happening here? So this is
the old Switch.
Showing how you can use the Joy-Cons.
You can connect them now.
This is the point you were making, right? This was the prediction you made.
GameShare.
GameShare.
Like you don't have to own the game to play with the other person, and you can just use the Switch. Another Switch, and it looks like any Switch. The new Switch, this regular Switch, and then the Lite. And so, yeah, that's great. They haven't said anything if you can use it as a controller or like to as a second aspect in any current game, like you could do with the Wii U. You know what I mean? Like you have the little screen and you can use other things. And I think maybe like the capability's there. So there will be some games maybe that will take advantage of that. So
yeah, so like sort of like a sort of ad hoc DS kind of thing.
Like a side controller.
Got you. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is great. Like they did this a little bit with the Game Boy Advance, and then not with the Game Boy. Maybe they did some with the Game Boy
with
Advance,
the GameCube,
definitely with the
right. You
with
can connect it to the GameCube. There was something you can do with the Advance and connect it to your GameCube, but I don't know.
Yeah, I was thinking about something different. I was thinking about with the 3DS or even the DS, you could like have one cart and then play Mario Kart with people, but everybody that was playing that didn't have the cart, you had to be like a Koopa or something, or a Shy Guy.
Okay.
So there was a lot of limitations, but it looks like here, obviously the Switch 2 and the Switch is more powerful than that, so they have probably a lot more options. Yeah, I mean, great. This is just another way of them, continuing this. This builds the case for why you hold on to your Switch 1 if you have other people in your household of a Switch, and then you can still like play a game together without having to have a bazillion Switch 2s, or. having to get rid of
bazillion
everything.
or a
'Cause
bazillion
I want a
dollars.
bazillion of them. Yeah. It
It does look like the GameShare is only for a few games at this point too.
I think
And
so.
I'm
Yeah.
kind of like, no, give me all. I want all.
Yeah. Well, they're showing a version here of Super Mario 3D World
Mhm.
for the Switch, which you can game share.
Here
Oh
they-
yeah,
yeah.
so they have just a select list. So, it's only going to be available by a software update for select titles.
In the
Yeah,
future.
right now
But
we've got
maybe they will make the Switch instead of like the GameShare, like allow you to use it as a second controller if you don't have. And then will the old Joy-Cons be able to be used with the new Switch too, like as extra controllers? You know. So.
Oh, like be able to sync them with that. That
Mhm.
would be really handy if they could, right? So
Yeah,
you
I
can
mean
have your
it's the
4
same
players.
buttons. Like not everybody needs the C button. So
Yeah. Oh, this is great. So the GameShare is going to work with exclusive Switch 2 games as well. I reckon that's for like the Mario Party Jamboree or whatever.
yeah.
Oh, there they go doing the yeah.
But
Oh,
no,
it's going to be so good. I know. I think it is R.I.P.
the
Snap.
snap. Oh, well, no, I thought that was it.
No,
Never mind.
that was a
It
direct to you
That was
moment.
you
Yeah.
that snapped.
That was me that snapped.
Bigger. So
Okay.
here's the specs. Bigger screen.
Great. Yeah.
Same thickness, which is amazing.
Yes.
So
what is that? 7.9 inches. So that's pretty big, actually.
yeah.
And it's still thin,
Still
13.9
thin.
millimeters. Do you know what though? Actually, I'm just reflecting on this right now because when I play my Switch, I could do with a little bit more something to it, just a little bit more something to it.
What do you mean?
But it's like I feel like I'm kind of like I just want a little bit more like something to grab onto.
Oh,
right?
like a palm rest or something, like just something in the back
Maybe.
that gives you that security.
Yeah.
I've always used an external like game like a dock to hold it in. So and then I will for sure buy one for this because I know I get uncomfortable. I have larger hands, so it's I get uncomfortable.
Okay.
This is cool. So what 1080p?
Yeah.
That's great. And then more
And high
pixels per whatever. And
yeah,
definitely going to look a lot better.
totally.
Even now, my OLED, I think it looks amazing. And so, like, but this isn't OLED. This is LED. And
Yeah.
but with the new
LCD,
sorry,
Yeah.
LCD. And but with the new technology, apparently LCD isn't bad. It's like they make it look better than what LCD was. So
Oh yeah, it's
just
definitely come
advancing.
on.
Yeah.
I think so. I was because I also have the PlayStation Portal, which is basically like a second screen for the PlayStation 5.
You
so
were
don't have
saying
to
this
play on
last
the
time,
TV.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, I did say that. So the LCD screen on there looks beautiful. So I reckon it's probably similar. I just want to clock while we're here though. That bezel looks like there's room for a bigger screen and a Switch 2 Pro maybe. You know, they did that with the last one and then they grew it. Yeah, but take my money. I'll buy the iteration, of course.
Take it all.
But that means the portable screen is 1080p
120
and 120 frames.
120
That's
frames
great.
per second is crazy.
That's so good. Finally,
It's
this is
so
going to look so
good.
good, and especially on that small screen, it's going to pop.
Vivid
man.
LCD.
And HDR support. Look at that lighting there. I don't know if that's ray tracing or not. I don't. We still don't know that level of detail, but the way they've made that, it looks so good.
The contrast there is
it's
really
so
good.
good. So good. Mario looks like a badass on that bike as well.
Yeah, he does.
This is one of the things I was like, only Nintendo could come up with this stuff, right? So what they're doing is they're showing how like the Joy-Cons magnetically attach and they're really strong.
Like it's not going to come off.
Right. But then and later on in the presentation, they go like, but to like help you understand all of the aspects of the Switch 2, we've created a little video game for you.
Oh my God.
What is that? That is so
and you have
cool.
to pay for the video game though. It should be like unloaded.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't see that part.
You have it in
I
French,
missed that.
So
are you kidding me? Oh,
you have to pay.
Shit.
It's a paid video game you buy to learn about your Switch 2.
Yeah. Oh, now I'm disappointed.
Yes, I was like, Nintendo, really? You're going to charge us $450 and then another $50, $20, however much this game is going to cost, to then just to us to learn about the internals and stuff. Like,
it better be like, because I kind of want to buy it, but
it better be sub 20.
Oh, I mean, it should better be like 10 pounds. Like that's so ridiculous.
100%.
It should be free. It should be free.
Should be free.
That's
it should be
That's
unloaded. It should be already installed
Yeah.
in the system.
Yeah, like a little like tech demo thingy, right?
Yes.
And
Or
then obviously,
it better be a badass game then if I have to pay for it. Like it better have like some like I don't know. Better do something.
but if anybody were to say that to me though, that was like a game that you could buy, I would only trust Nintendo to create something like that. So I'm a little bit curious, but like I'll wait for the reviews before I drop any money on that shit.
Okay, yeah.
But we definitely got the mouse confirmation
Confirmation that they are
here.
mice.
And both sides are mice. That's cool.
Yes.
I think I had only thought that maybe one side was, but they can do it there.
Speakers.
Better
improved
sound.
speakers, better sound. I mean,
Yep.
I would expect that. Like this is a premium product, and so obviously the built-in this mic sounds amazing. So I'm just so curious. Like if they made it sound like it's going to be amazing.
That's some pretty good tech there for all that noise cancellation and game cancellation
for a mic the size of a pinhead.
And this was great. 3D audio is fantastic. So like you can put on your spatial audio headphones or whatever and it like have surround sound. So that's going to be
driving in Mario Kart like turn to the side like, oh, this is driving right by you. You can feel it.
Do you know what's interesting about this whole aspect of the Direct here, though, is Nintendo doesn't usually go through like technical aspects like this, right?
Yeah.
Like if you think about the Switch, they would a lot of times not really talk about the definition of it being 720p, or 1080p, and when it's docked and all that kind of stuff. Like, but we're in a different place now where that has to be front of mind, right? And it has to be talked about, especially for like people like us who are on a podcast and play loads of games. Like we tune into that stuff.
Yeah.
So I think they knew the audience that were tuning into this, but I think in a very Nintendo way, they managed to do it where it didn't feel overwhelming. And I kind of like, if you're just an everyday person, you go, oh, I understand that 1080p is better than 720p, right?
100%, yeah.
But like it didn't feel like they were really getting too deep into the
And look at the storage
here.
space. So with this new storage space, and what are these games that look double? Like these do you see that? Like these game cartridges are like these virtual game cartridges they're showing. Why are some of them so fat?
Oh, I see. I think it's just doing a visual. I see what you're saying here.
Does it just mean they're bigger games?
Yeah, because if you look at one of the ones that's dropped in, it's Xenoblade Chronicles X here, and it looks really big right there.
Yeah,
right?
I see. Yeah. Okay, well, one thing with this, though, is that, yes, I'm glad there's more storage, but it was always expandable, so it was kind of unnecessary. And also, I'm a physical game buyer, so, like, I have tons of storage on my Switch. But, I mean, for those people, I know there's people who only buy digital because they don't want to deal with it. And that's amazing for them. They don't have to go out and buy a new SD card because you will have to buy your old Switch SD cards will not work with this.
So
that should have been backwards compatible. I'm like, what? Why? Yeah. Why does it? It can read the super advanced SD cards, but you can't read the basic ones now. So
that is super annoying because I have a 2 terabyte card in my Switch, so that because I'm happy with digital like purchases, and I'd mix between digital and physical. But having like certain games that I just want to pick up and play right there, and a lot of them on my 2 terabyte card, I made that big investment, and now it's not going to transfer over, like you said, like it won't work. And I know it's because like the read write speeds of the actual SD card itself is different, so it's because technology has moved on, and the SD card itself can't actually write fast enough for the Switch to grab what it's looking for. It just can't. It's just incompatible, which is a real bummer. But it's like, oh, fucking hell, another thing to spend money on, right?
I know. I just kept on seeing my bank account dwindle.
Yeah, I'll be like, I want that bit for Christmas, please, or this bit for my birthday.
Daddy, buy me everything.
And this was great. So the dock, a new dock with a fan, and it supports 4K output to TV. I think that is a great piece of information that I think a lot of people are waiting for.
My question, though, too, was why? Okay, why is there a fan? When does the Switch itself like it has a fan, but like why does it need an extra fan? Is it because it's working even harder for the 4K? Is that why?
I think so. I think so. I'm not a tech head, but I think that's the case.
And, I don't know why either. But okay, I guess I wonder if like the dock, because it's the dock that is doing the 4K work, not the Switch.
Exactly. So it's gonna make it draw more power and make it do processing more stuff, so it can display. Well, no,
that makes more sense, I guess.
The dock is the the dock is the Switch. No, the Switch can output in 4K, but it won't when it's in handheld. So 1080p is less taxing on the system.
Okay, got it.
So it won't need to get as hot. And then when it's in the system, it's actually making it do more work. So that's where I think where the fan comes in.
Yeah, it's like, let's dock, get so hot for you. That's what happens.
Yeah. And just more great images of just how good this system looks. I mean, they know what they've got here. They know that they've got something that is going to just really sell hotcakes. I have no qualms by saying whatsoever this thing's going to sell out right away at pre-sale, and it's going to be so.
Oh, did you sign up on Nintendo? Everybody, you can sign up on Nintendo if you have a Nintendo account.
Oh, really?
It is very specific though. You can purchase directly from Nintendo. You have to sign up. You have to have a Nintendo account. You had to have an account for over a year, and you have to have at least 50 hours of gameplay on your Switch, your old Switch, and you have to be a Nintendo Online subscriber. So all these things, and then if you meet all those requirements, then you can purchase the new Switch directly from Nintendo. Oh, here's the new game, by the way, the Welcome Tour.
Yes, the Welcome Tour Switch 2.
So all these requirements, and then if you meet all those requirements, then you are allowed to buy the Nintendo Switch from Nintendo. So this is one of the ways that they can, stop scalpers and. It's like from trying to sell the Switch 2 at a higher price.
That's great.
And so I signed up already, and they said, look, send me an email, and once they send me an email, I'll have 72 hours to purchase the Switch for pre-sale. So I feel set. I feel like I'm already in there, so I'm good. So if all else fails, at least I'll be able. If I can't get it from somewhere else, I'll be able to get it directly from them. So,
however, I didn't know that.
You won't be able to purchase it. You won't be able to purchase it. So pre-sales go live apparently April 9th. So one thing with this Nintendo Direct, I'm all over the place, but one thing with this Nintendo Direct, they did not release the price.
No.
They did not tell you when pre-sale will happen.
No.
They did tell you June 5th? June 5th is the release date. But they didn't tell you it's pre-sale. So I was just Googling constantly. Finally, an update came out where it's going to be $449 for the Switch console itself, Switch 2 console itself, $499 for Switch bundled with the Mario Kart World,
right?
And then pre-sale is going to go April 9th and maybe April 8th for you, or maybe a little earlier for depending on I don't know how the world works with time zones and stuff, but April 9th.
Yeah.
And so, but with this Nintendo thing, I don't think you can buy it till after the pre-sale. It's directly from Nintendo. So if you miss out on pre-sale, at least Nintendo's your backup plan. That's how I'm doing it, at least.
Oh my gosh! See,
it's very so complicated.
Confusing.
Yes.
Yeah. So in a nutshell, what you're saying, Mike, is if you are somebody who's a Nintendo stan who's got a lot of hours racked up and you're on NSO, go to sign into your Nintendo account, go onto Nintendo and say you want to order it or whatever, be on the list. So follow that. You just go on their website and check it out.
So basically, if you're gonna miss if you miss out on pre-sale, there is another way.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do both. I'm
doing both.
Yeah. Okay. So back to some of the things they showed here. So this is the game that shows you like all the internals of the Switch or how to use it. I mean, it looks really cute and like adorable in only the way that Nintendo can do it. But
there's all these NPCs standing around wanting to give you information and all this stuff, but you're just learning about the internals of the Switch. It seems like but they didn't show any like gameplay, quote unquote. Like all you're doing is running around and reading stuff or watching. I cannot believe this is paid for. It's a paid game. It said at the end of this, it says available for purchase.
Yeah, well, not doing it. Oh, but actually, there are some little like tech demos in it that show you how to like play golf and stuff. So
yes,
that's kind of cool. But like, I suspect there's going to be other games that
So these are the little demos for the mice
and the maracas. So yeah, and it'll probably so it's not just like walk around. They actually give you some.
It's like teaching you how
pieces.
to use it, and it's very interactive. So it's cool. Yeah. I think it should be. It should come with the freaking Switch.
I think it should too. Yeah, I think it should.
Wait, right here. Available the same day as Switch 2 as a paid digital only game.
Worst
for what the gameplay they showed in that game, I was like, it just looks like I'm going to school. Like I'm doing it.
Yes.
You're giving me a lecture here, and I'm like
Yeah.
an interactive lecture. I don't know.
Yeah,
do
that's
like that
probably
they're
one of
red.
those. Just going back to that thing, that's probably one of those games I'll download and play once and then totally forget about. So it's just annoying. But yeah, cartridges are red. Go ahead.
New cartridges are red. Love
Yeah.
that. I love
Yep.
it. So
Yep.
it's cool.
Yeah.
This is the
Here's-
SD card thing.
Yeah.
The
So
good
for the
news
listeners,
is you have 256 storage, so you may not need one right away. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah. So they did announce that it's going to have 256 base storage with the Switch 2, which is a big jump because the last one, the OLED came with 64, but I'm so glad they saw the light and went straight to 256.
Yeah.
And then that, you know, as Mike was mentioning earlier, they're just showing here in the video that the previous micro SD cards don't work. You need a new version of that that's been released. Yeah. And then they're showing the new Pro controller.
It looks exactly the same with a C button.
Yeah.
So I'm happy about that it does look the same, that it's not like completely different, because I have two Pro controllers and I want to be
good.
I don't want to have to buy a new one. And the only thing cool about this one, they do have those extra buttons on the back that you can program. So
yes, that's really cool.
But then again, every time I have a controller that has that, I never use them. So
I don't know, but but then also I do like that there is a little bit of a, you know, white gloss up here at the top. I think
it is nice.
That it's two-tone. That's kind of cool.
But is it worth me going out and buying a new Pro controller when I have two? So
yeah, I think that the thing that they're trying to get you to do here, one, it's not just that, but it's also the microphone
has a microphone in it.
Yeah, and then also the headphones, because I wonder if that's a way for them to like include the spatial audio in a different way, right? So, you know, if you're like, oftentimes, like in my play case scenario, like I'll be sitting on the sofa while Richard's playing Xbox, and I'll just put my headphones on with my Switch. So,
or in bed,
or in bed. Yeah. So,
like if I'm in bed next to Johnny and he's sleeping, then I'm gonna want to. He's like, quiet. Put my headphones on.
Yeah, that's true, because then you can have it docked still, and then just have the remote there and stuff. So yeah, maybe. I'll definitely buy it. I don't know, because my Pro controller is kind of dying.
Old Pro controllers were $70, so I'm interested to see how much this would be.
That's true.
They were like 70, 75 or something, and so
yeah,
this was going to be 100 straight up.
Straight up.
That was like 7 years ago or whatever, and so this is going to be a lot.
Yeah.
Money.
I know, it's gonna pace ourselves. Let's get the system first, and then we can do all the accoutrement, if you will. Nice jacket, guys. Back. We love
I
nice
love
jacket.
this
guy.
jacket.
Yeah.
I wish I could pull it off.
Yeah, you got to have a certain je ne sais quoi to be able to like pull jackets off like that.
I think you have to be pencil shaped. We can't have a broader chest. It wouldn't look right.
Yeah.
He works it.
Come here for your fashion, your Switch 2 fashion, ladies and gents.
Wait, did you know he's wearing the same color as one of the Switch controllers?
Then the other one's wearing a blue one.
That's why.
I think that's exactly what it is.
He's gray in the middle.
Oh my gosh!
I just got that.
This. Hold on, I have got to stop and look at this. That is so ridiculous.
We're at 20 to 20 or something. There we go.
These motherfucking presenters color coordinated their suits to match the colors of the Switch
three of them?
layout. It's here at the beginning.
Oh,
that is phenomenal.
I just got it. There we go.
There. Oh, where is it? It's right there.
Okay.
They did that.
They did.
Call me impressed. That is amazing, Nintendo.
That's why there's 3 of them. So.
I tip my hat to you, Nintendo.
I like
tip my hat to you.
His color was obviously the same. And then I just noticed the blue in his.
Right.
He's just all gray.
He's all gray.
Okay.
You clever little people. That is just incredible. Oh, that's probably my favorite reveal.
You were at 22. What's your favorite reveal?
What they wore. Tell me what they wore.
Right there, yeah.
Here we go. Okay.
So what was this one we're talking about?
This is game. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Sorry, this is not good content for the listeners who are only listening to us. Okay, so now what they're getting into is they just announced the date that it's going to be June 5th, as you said before, Mike. So yeah, so get into it. Can't wait for June 5th. I'm going to definitely book that day off of work now so that I can just play these games so long.
Game type 1.
Right. So they're explaining here the different types of games that are going to be available at launch. So that's Nintendo Switch 2 games is the obvious ones. Then we know that it's backwards compatible.
backward
Yeah.
compatible for
Yeah.
most
So
games.
exactly. So that's the second type. And then the third type that they announced here is this Nintendo Switch 2 edition stuff. So tell us more about that, Mike. What are they doing here?
They're just making Nintendo Switch 2 edition. So
Done.
yes,
Okay.
so this is again okay. So what this is the Super Mario Jamboree, which is already available on Switch. There now is a Nintendo Switch 2 edition for this,
Right.
and
Yeah.
the benefit in this is that it's taking advantage of the camera
Yeah.
and the mouse
Yeah.
controls. So you have you can play your Super Mario Party with your camera. I mean, that's probably the one of the best parts of the camera for this is that if you are playing Mario Party, it's a board game. You want to. It'd be nice to see other people around, you know, and so that's. I mean, yeah, okay, that the camera's cool for that, but that's like the only game I see value in it right now. For. And you get
this is super cute though.
Yeah,
like,
it is
look
cute.
at that.
You get to see everybody. You get to use your whole body in some of the mini games. I do. If you don't have the camera, and I guess it'll turn off those camera functions, but the mouse function mini games will be really cool because those are brand new mini games that are added. So the Jamboree Switch 2 edition has new mini games utilizing the new mouse controls and the camera. So,
and just to paint a picture for the listeners, so with the camera, you can use one camera, and they just confirmed it here. You can use one camera. You can have 4 players, and it will basically grab a picture of your face, like live, like
and even your body,
process and all of them. Yeah. And then if let's say your character is Mario, it'll have like your character of Mario with a little balloon right next to him that is your face. So you know which player is who. So it's doing some things just to kind of make it more like integrated. And then, you can, use, as Mike said, use your full body for the game to like jump the coins up or like jump up the block. And yeah, cool. This is cute. I mean, I'm not a big Mario Party player, but
I do love Mario Party. Johnny and I love Mario Party.
Oh, great.
So first of all, Johnny is not a big gamer. So just to get him to play a game with me is like,
this is the perfect one, isn't it? Yeah.
And I wouldn't make him play like a complicated game because he has no joy in it when he loses.
Yes.
And so I would have to let him win at Mario Kart and stuff. But this one, because Mario Party, you can play as a co-op, like together, playing against, as a team. He loves it because he's like, oh, it's a team game. If we lose together. And so he's happy about that. Like he gets mad if he loses, and he's very competitive, which I think is why he doesn't want to play games ever. He's kind of competitive that way. So yes, with this though, he will play this with me, and so if I can get him to play any game, I will play this because I do love Mario Party. I love board games. I love Mario Party. I think it's fun. I think it's silly. So
I have fun when I've played it. I just never really had like a group of people around that would ever like get into it. Like it's always one that comes out at Christmas when I go to my in-laws' place.
Well, we'll have to play it because Johnny and I will play, and then you can play remotely with us. So
there you go. Perfect. Love it.
Yeah.
So yeah, lots of different new ways to build in the mechanics here.
They're just showing off the mouse features in this game.
Yeah. So that's going to be, but they did say though, it's going to be an extra cost. Like they are not giving this shit away for free, are they? Right.
The good news is I only own the old Mario Party. I haven't jumped the gun and bought this one yet.
Right.
I will because I and then the TV part. That's the one using the so Jamboree TV. So it says Super Mario Party Jamboree Nintendo Switch 2 edition plus
that's
the
a mouthful.
TV. So the TV I think is utilizing the camera.
The camera, right, and the mouse features and all that stuff. Yeah. Well, that's cool. I mean, so at least it doesn't feel like they're nickel and diming you here, right? They're actually giving you a lot more content. So
yes,
it feels like a justifiable upgrade, right?
If you do own the other one, you can pay for an upgrade. And I wonder how much these upgrades are going to be, though. So,
well, that's the thing. No costs were mentioned.
Same
here.
with, and you were right. They're going to charge us to get an upgrade of a Nintendo 2 Switch edition for both the Legend of Zelda games, Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom.
I
am going to buy them.
Yeah, this looks 100%. So good. So
it
good.
looks amazing. And the great thing is that I already told you I wanted to replay both of these games. I want to replay them. I haven't even finished Tears of the Kingdom, but I want to replay them. And already. Yeah. And I will purchase. Oh, and the Zelda Notes. Okay, so wait, pause it here.
Yeah.
So I will replay them. I want to know how much the upgrade is going to be. So, for example, if you purchase the game outright, Nintendo 2 Switch Edition, so Mario, it was released online that the Mario Kart World is $80.
Is it official?
$79.99. That is what they're saying.
Yeah, that's about right.
So whereas the new Donkey Kong game is $70. So
Oh.
Tears of the Kingdom was a $70 game, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So if the Nintendo Switch 2 edition is $80, maybe the upgrade for you to upgrade your old game will be $10.
Oh, okay. So they'll get their money back in the end, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and then for us, of course, we're going to pay the $10.
Yeah. I mean, it's a no-brainer.
So,
That's easy.
yeah. So I will do that, and I'm hoping that's what it is. But I hope it's not like a $20 or $30 for an upgrade. And I'm like, you better give me like a whole new map on this, a whole new area to explore. Like if I'm going to pay that much money. Okay. So now fast forward to Zelda Notes here.
Yeah.
I am one of those people who uses my iPhone while I'm playing a game. Like I have the map of Tears of the Kingdom on my like a third-party app.
Cool. Okay.
And I'm looking. Now this just gives it to you, and it has like has like navigation with voice commands, like go north. And it'll tell you where,
like coconuts. But then again, just real quick though, because I think there's something really cool here in terms of like integrating and using functionality to kind of enhance the gameplay or help you find stuff. But again, I'm not one of those players that's like, I want to get my phone out. Well, no, I don't mind knowing if I want to help, but like I'm not naturally going to like pull my phone out, then go into the Nintendo app and open it and find the game, right? It's still a little bit like clunky Nintendo-esque. I'll give it a shot, but I'm not convinced it's going to be as smooth as they show here.
So you want this little navigation thing to be integrated into the Switch if you were going to use it? You wouldn't want to use it separately from your phone.
I mean, I'll try it, but I guess what's behind it. I love the functionality. I love what they're doing with it. It's more like going back to what you were talking about earlier with the voice chat with Splatoon. It feels a little that for me, but I think it's probably going to be. This already looks a little bit better, so maybe I shouldn't be so like knee jerk against it. But you know what I mean? Like
for me,
I just feel like there's like
it's its own Zelda app for it's its own Zelda app for the game, and it's giving you GPS. So like, and I like, and I want to know like so it knows where everything is, where all the what are they called?
Korok
seeds.
Yeah.
Does it know automatically where they all are? Because it sounds like this is to help you just complete the game. Like if you're like a completionist and you want to get everything done, and I do love. I am a completionist. That's
kind of cool.
So that's why it takes me forever to finish. I won't even finish. I want to find everything. I won't even finish the game because if I finish the game first, I feel like I finished the game, but I still have to find everything. So I want to find everything first and then finish the game. So anyway, but
well, this is perfect for you.
This is for me,
right?
So because I do use my iPhone while I play because I'm like, okay, how do I beat this guy? I know mind spoilers. Like I just need to do it. So
yeah, me neither. I mean, I think like you make a good point here though, because like if I can then just start the app and then just kind of set it there, and it's just going to follow my gameplay, then it's what I'm not having to do is like then go to Google and search like, oh, how do I find this on this area? Right? It already knows where we are. It's contextual. So this is just like a lot more of like it's like a cheeky little cheat code on the side, that you don't have to engage with, or you can.
And it seems like it's
pretty
free.
cool.
And I don't know. I want to know if this is available now, like, or is it only with the Switch 2 edition? Maybe they did say this, but
I reckon this would be Switch 2 features that you pay for. Yeah. This is pretty cool. So in Tears of the Kingdom, right, you build stuff with the magic hand, and then you can get the spoiler alert. You can get the item that allows you to recall and like rebuild anything you've built in the past. But here they've just shown how you can do a QR code and send it to people now. So that's really cool.
There's going to be a whole website devoted to this.
Yeah, exactly.
Like here's the QR code for what I've made.
Yeah, because some of the stuff those people built was incredible, and I was like, I can never do that. I know, right? I want to walk around in a big robot. Did you ever play Kirby and the Forgotten Lands? Did you get into it?
I have it. I haven't finished it, but
it's good. I liked it. I thought it was
adding a whole new world.
Yeah, I don't know if this will probably be one that I maybe won't get involved in, because I did like Kirby and the Forgotten Land. It was great, but I don't know if. Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Metroid Beyond, Switch 2 edition. There's going to be 2 editions.
Called it. Psychic Mike called it, right? This was a rumor going around, but you absolutely called it.
And the reason why is because you can use your mouse You can use, I said that too.
Yeah,
It has mouse
totally.
commands. Like, so when
Yeah.
she uses her psychic powers to direct her plasma beam or whatever,
Uh-huh.
you can use your mouse to then, which is going to be so much better. And first person
So much
shooters
better.
are so much better with, I feel like first person shooters are really good on the
Yeah.
computer. So the
Yeah.
fact you can use a mouse with the FPS, I think just
Yeah.
boom. So perfect. And you can guide your little plasma beam with your mouse, which will make it so much
Mm-hmm.
easier than trying to like move your Switch around and
That's
or the
so
controller
annoying when
around.
you're in. Yeah. And just while they're like going through the video here, they're talking about this is the first time I've seen this, and this is a little bit on Nintendo, but like on the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, you can go into the settings for graphics and you can choose quality mode or performance mode, right? And I was curious about how this is going to play out with Nintendo. Now here, Metroid's like typically, for people like us who are like, who are real gamers and love real video games. More people should be loving Metroid. It should be selling out. Get off your
Yes.
butts. Go play it. Don't sleep on it. Go be a Metroid stan, please. Get into it.
Great
But
game.
they've just confirmed here quality mode and performance mode. So your quality mode allows you the 4K at 60 frames per second. And then performance mode is 1080p at 120. So Nintendo's getting into that place where you got to choose the difference now. But
Yeah,
look
but
at
like
that,
what
though.
in my mind is like quality mode, how will my gameplay be affected? And that's what I'm curious to see. Like, is it really run that much? Is it that noticeable for me? And
Some people, though, like I can notice it on certain games, and I
okay.
reckon on like a first-person shooter like Metroid, you can notice the dip when you go from 120 to 60. It just like it still looks really good, but there is a difference. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I
here's the
can see
Switch
it. Yeah.
edition, Nintendo 2 Switch
Lineup.
editions.
Yeah. Here we go. Oh, and then Pokemon ZA. So this is interesting because remember in the last episode, Mike, you were like, looks shit, not happy with it. You were
It
really
looks
like
exactly
giving it.
like all the rest they're doing. They're not. It doesn't look updated. So what's the point of the Switch 2 edition? And then they didn't really.
No,
Did they say
I think
anything much? They
no.
really just glossed over it. So
They just said it's going to perform or look. I think they just said it's going to use the power of the hardware, so it probably won't stutter. It won't have those open world problems.
Okay.
So that'll be one that I might. We'll see how the reviews come in for Pokemon ZA.
Yeah,
Because
I'm gonna let
if
that one just.
yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
let people be my guinea pigs first.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. And again, just confirming that all
if
of
you
them have
already
to have
own it,
upgrade
you can
packs.
upgrade.
Yep. So yeah, okay.
Which is nice. Like, I mean, I wanted it free, but
Yep.
hopefully it's not too much. And it scares me though, because if they're not mentioning prices,
Yeah.
it's like, oh,
Yeah. This is going to be expensive. This is going to be their premium product, right? So they're going
yes.
to launch this at the prices you said, like $499, $450 or whatever. And then they're going to reduce the price of the Switch, the original one, just to make that more of the kind of like entry level.
Okay.
So, you can get involved in
This
the
is your
Switch
MacBook
family.
Pro.
Yeah, exactly.
And the other one is the Air.
Yeah, the Air. Okay. Now this came out of left field. Who would have thought?
Game looks completely boring.
Do you think? I'm into it.
Okay, good for the ADA community. This is like wheelchair basketball, right?
Yeah.
So and it uses the functionality of the mice, so you can actually like roll yourself around, but the colors look very muted.
It does. Yeah, the colors don't look
like
good.
this map looks like it's so boring. Like it looks boring. I'm sorry. The gameplay doesn't look boring necessarily. I do like that if you're playing with other people, like right here, I think they even show it like you waving your controller around, it waves your hand around, and then there's one part where they high five right there.
Yes.
Or no, it's coming up, but they high five and it's actual. You have to high five like with your controller. So that's kind of good. I mean, the mechanics are cool.
Yeah.
But like this game
So I think
is not a buy for me.
I think
did you see her, did you see them slam dunk right now? She just went.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so cool. Yeah, so there's like what I love about this is it's showing not only like the evolution of motion controls, but they're not shying away from it, right? Because that's definitely like from the Wii. They like you could. Yeah, that's DNA from the Wii and using motion controls, and they're still leaning into it here because Nintendo just likes to have fun doing that way and allowing different ways to control and use the tech. Now I would be into this game. I think it's going to be quite fun. But however, this whole mouse functionality, one of the things that I've been noticing through this though is that like you're gonna have to have a flat surface
Yeah,
somewhere.
I've
So like
noticed that too.
I sit on my sofa and play games. Where am I gonna? Oh, yeah. Hold on, before I'm gonna pause it here. But
Is
like
there
just on
is
that
there gonna
mouse
be like
controller.
air mouse capability? Like that's what we need. No, because there are. I mean, there
That's
are
so
mice
true.
that you
Yeah.
use in the air. So like,
Oh, really?
yeah, I've had a mouse where you kind of
Oh,
control it by, I don't
oh,
know,
I've
like
never had that.
yeah,
I've
it's
never
kind
seen
of
that.
controlled by moving around.
Yeah, it looks to me like they're always like they're demonstrating, they're always rubbing it on some sort of surface or
They are
whatever, or
always rubbing
gliding
it
it.
on.
So
Will you be using your legs? Like
that's
I don't know,
I can't
just
wait for all of
rubbing
the
on your
let's
thigh.
plays of like rubbing it on my thigh. That's gonna be so salacious. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, you called it here
Yeah.
now. My thighs, there's gonna be it's gonna be thigh burn. Do you remember
Oh God.
when the Nintendo 64 released and they had like Super Mario Party and they had to send out thumb pads because people were getting
Oh my
blisters on their
God.
thumb from
Yes.
playing it? So people are now gonna get thigh burn. They're gonna have to send
We're gonna have to like wear like neoprene pants just so they like feels like a mouse pad.
Fucking hell, Nintendo, you do so many things right, and then you do things like that where people get thigh burn. Watch it, we're
Yeah,
calling it
but
here, thigh burn.
so back to that little rolling game. I mean the wheelchair basketball
Yeah,
game.
I'll go back.
Good for the ADA community.
Yeah.
You are recognized. You are seen in this. However, this game to me, it does not look like an exciting game. Like I don't know.
No, it's not going to be for everyone. No,
No.
it's a tech demo that they went, oh, let's make it.
I think
game,
it is
right?
more of a demo. Like look what's possible. But,
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
And
cool.
hopefully, I mean, it's coming out later, so maybe they'll like improve the graphics and stuff. But like, yeah. And this is here. This one's for me. This was the thing that
This
I
was
was
all for
most
you.
excited about. This is Eldin Ring. They're showing it here, right on the Switch 2. I suspect this is running on the Switch 2. Like, this looks great. This looks. I mean,
it is an old game, right?
Eldin Ring, it came out in 2022, I think. So it's not,
not
that old.
Not that old.
And it really pushed but it did come out on Xbox, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
Okay.
But it really found its stride obviously on the Series X and the PlayStation 5. So the fact that this is coming on the Switch
edition.
2 is going to be so good, and I cannot wait to get into it. It's going to be day one. Yeah, it's super hard. Have you ever played a From Software game?
No. Oh, Hades 2. I'm actually excited about this because Hades 1 is another banger. And now you're playing as a princess.
Yeah,
as it looks really good. It looks like the same gameplay, but what shines with Hades is the story. The story is amazing because it's all about the Greek myth and lore, and so I'm interested to see what her story is going to be about. And yeah, so I'm excited about this actually.
So you played the first one?
I have the first one
because I didn't. Yeah,
I don't finish anything. So yes, I have it. I played it, but this looks good, and so now it's going to make me want to finish the first one before I get into this one.
Yeah. Well, it's been in beta for a really long time. Like it's basically done. So this makes it sound like they're it's been out there for people to play test for a long time. So this looks like this might be the official.
And this is our montage. Now we're going through with just the new game. Street Fighter is coming out.
All the third parties are coming over with new amiibo from Street Fighter amiibos.
There we go. That is cool.
Love that. That was a little cheeky announcement in there that I didn't expect.
That's the only amiibo announcement.
Yeah,
what happened to all our Tears of the Kingdom amiibos that we were supposed to get? We never got. Well, I'm not supposed to, but I was expecting some. So this game looks interesting. I wasn't sure about it.
Is this
I've never
Machina?
heard of it. Yeah, it's something Machina. What was it called?
Yes, Machina X something.
Yes.
Yeah,
it looks good. It looks like a good game, and it looks like the voice acting is very good.
Yeah,
and done well.
I love the aesthetic of it. It's got like polish to it, but also got like anime vibes to it, right? So there's some like really lush vibes.
Transformers.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, who doesn't love a big mech running around blowing things up? And those enemies look really big, which is cool. I don't know.
It's very open world.
Yeah.
This looks like what I wanted Metroid to be, basically.
So there you go. Daemon X Machina. Okay.
Yeah, Daemon X Machina.
Yeah, that looks. Yeah, there you go. Titanic Scion. Cool. Again, more announcements from.
This game was interesting to me for all you book lovers.
This is split fiction.
It's two writers. One writes fantasy, and the other writes sci-fi. Yep. And then they get trapped in their worlds they created, and now have to It's very interesting. I don't understand
Yeah.
how it works, and if it has. I mean, obviously 2-player, but like, which one do you choose to play in? What world are you, sci-fi or are
Yeah.
you in the fantasy world? And it's very interesting, and
Mm,
I am intrigued. I definitely like. I'm not going to buy it and review it right away. I'd rather
sure.
read and see how other people like it before I dive in, because it feels like this is a game that you will have many hours of gameplay in. It seems so.
But this is
Could
out
be.
already, so you can
It
play
is
this
out already.
on.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
so they're announcing that it's the third party is bringing it to Switch, which is really cool. So it just
Okay, I missed
released a
that.
month or so ago, and it reviewed really highly. So it's done.
Oh,
It's really good. But this is also from the developer who did It Takes Two, and it won Game of the Year several years back at the Game
okay.
Awards. And the whole conceit is that you are, as you just said, like it's a 2-player game. So like if you like wanted to try to get Johnny into this one, you could take one character, he would take another, and you're playing through like concurrent like locations at the same time, but you have to help each other do stuff. Like so, for example, I'm forgetting an example now, but there's mechanics that one person has to manipulate
Okay.
so that you can like get through the world together.
Yeah, like you're up
And
here and the other one's
yeah,
down here, and you have to like
yeah,
drop a rope or move something so they
exactly.
can get
Yeah. Or
through.
someone's
Yeah,
got to fly the plane
I've
while
played
somebody else
games like that.
shoots or
Yeah.
something like that, right? But apparently, this developer, they just get it down so well, and all the mechanics in Split Fiction, all the reviews said it was super fun. They said the it was a game of two halves, like maybe the back half wasn't as strong, but
Okay.
overall it was really good. So yeah, the fact that this is coming to Switch is awesome because this just came out this year. So that just is another thing to say how powerful the Switch 2 is, right? Like we're
Yeah.
talking like it's going to be able to hang in there for a while because if these are games that have just come out on PS5 and Xbox Series X, but they can have a Switch edition, great. That means
Yeah,
you
because
know,
I mean, like I'm one of those players that usually just only plays on the Switch. So
yeah, yeah,
and EA, it's in the game, whatever. I don't care about
yeah.
sports. But
See you later, Madden.
see you
But for you
later,
Madden
Madden.
fans, get there.
Okay, so I know like Hogwarts Legacy is a controversial game for some
Yeah,
people, but
yeah.
I haven't played it, and
Hmm.
I heard and I've seen gameplay on this regular Switch, and it's not the
No,
best. It doesn't
no.
run the best. But with Switch 2, I feel like
Yeah,
it's going to run flawlessly, and it
yeah.
even shows that there's mouse control with the wand. So,
Hmm.
I think I may actually dive in and
Get
get
into
it.
it.
So yeah,
This one here, Tony Hawk 3 and 4. I am so excited for that. I love
uh,
these games.
yeah. I remember when they first came out for
Uh-huh.
PlayStation and all that back in the day.
Yeah.
I loved it. I was always
So
playing it,
fun.
and this, I mean, they're just really fun games.
Yeah,
So
and the fact that you can take this on the go is going to be great. You know
yes.
what? This could be quite a funny one for like chat with your friends if you're
Oh
like,
yeah, for sure.
like I don't know what, but it
Tony
just
Hawk has
came.
always been like a mindless, like let me just get in and play
Uh-huh.
and enjoy my life and
Yeah.
just grind on everything. And it's a
Pull all
fun
your
game.
tricks.
I
Yeah,
love how
for
he just
sure.
a few moments later.
Was that a SpongeBob
It
SquarePants
was a
reference?
SpongeBob
Oh, how
because she went
funny.
under the water. So
Oh, amazing. Oh, that's
skateboarding.
what that was. Okay, good. Okay, so IO Interactive, they are bringing over the Hitman
Oh yeah,
series or
Hitman
a version of Hitman. This is
Signature
Signature
Edition.
Edition, World of Assassins. Have you ever played a Hitman?
I have not, and I feel like I would really like it.
This just you really would because the whole conceit is that you're there to like be a spy and go in and like find and kill somebody, but you can have a million different ways to kill somebody, right? So you can put the banana peel down there, watch them slip and die,
Exactly, that's
right?
funny.
Or you can go over and hit them with the banana. Like it just gives you so much agency. And there was a whole thing when one of the Hitmans came out recently a couple years ago, where it's just like people watching everybody take like all the different deaths. So it's
Yeah.
really go look it up. It's so
you
funny.
can kill your own way.
Yeah, exactly.
Kill
Yeah,
your own way.
kill the way you like.
Yeah, and
Do
now they're
just
bringing
kill the way you want.
007, so James
Yes, a
Bond's
new one.
as a character, or is it a game? I think this is a
Oh,
character in, I don't know,
oh, I see.
Project
Okay,
007. You can
from the
play as
same from
James
IO
Bond.
Interactive. Yes, that's true. Okay, maybe that's like a licensing thing for them to
Okay.
build in. So this one I wasn't familiar with this one.
The graphics
Is
looked
this just
amazing at first, and then I was like, oh my God, what is it? And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's a little fun,
Oh yes,
fun
sorry.
game.
I remembered this one. So this is the Bravely Default series from Square Enix, and they have Bravely Default and then Bravely Second on the Switch. So it looks like they're just putting them into one big package and then releasing them as a package deal for Switch
Okay.
2. But there's a lot of people who love this game. This is, kind of classic RPG. You got to like, give your character a sort of quality or a job or something, and you grow their abilities and whatnot. So, yeah, I'll probably miss it, but everybody who played it really seems to love it, and they say don't sleep on it, but it's not necessarily my bag. Okay, here we go. This is Yakuza games. Have you ever played a Yakuza?
I don't think I have. No, I haven't. I've definitely seen gameplay.
Yeah.
I have not played any Yakuza games. So Yakuza
Well,
0, director's cut.
Yeah, so so with the Yakuza world, so basically you're part of the what's the name for like Japanese gangsters? There's like a thing they're called. The Yakuza. Duh.
I think it is Yakuza.
Yeah, it is the Yakuza. Hello, Lidkey. But so they've been around for a long time. It doesn't matter which one you really play, but like they're really taking stride now. There was one that was released earlier this year where you're basically the character and you're going on a vacation to Hawaii. And they're just so good at like turning out all these games where you're like, living this life around Japan or these locations, and you have to do different things for the Yakuza. So it's kind of like a Grand Theft Auto kind of light or mix of that, where you just go around and do stuff.
I like that game, so I like.
Okay. Well, we're gonna pause there, and we will take a quick break and come right back. And we're back from that quick break. Let's get back into it, Mike. So we've got some more exciting things with this Direct to See. And I think where we left off was we were just about to get into
game.
Yes. Yeah. Hyrule Warriors.
I have the old Hyrule Warriors. And it's fun at first, and I enjoy it, and it's just like you're just chaos killing everything. I think the only thing I like about these games is the story. Like, I'm sorry, like it's not. I probably won't purchase this one. I will just watch a teaser for the story because all I want to know is the story. Yes. I don't enjoy. It's like you're just killing mass amounts of people, like unrealistically, and it's just kind of like, and it's feel like it's made for an ADD person who just wants to just go around and destroy like one person. It
definitely fulfills that.
Hordes of enemies, and I don't know. It kind of is just repetitive gameplay for me, and I think really. So. They're not my favorite games. Yeah, but I do know that the stories are great. The stories are great, and I don't think it's going to be a purchase for me. But
no, I think you nailed it. I think you're absolutely right. I'll watch somebody play it. I want to just I love the lore of Tears of the Kingdom, so I think this is a really great like place that they've positioned it as, because I think it was one of the best Zelda stories there was with Tears of the Kingdom. So there is some intrigue there, but again, the gameplay for me just doesn't do it. It's just not fun. I played the first one. I was like, yeah, it's fine.
It's just grinding the whole time. You're just grinding and grinding and grinding. And some people love that.
I mean, get into it if that's your thing. I'm excited for you. I'm happy you're going to be able to kill all those enemies and hordes of stuff, and it's going to probably run and look really good on the Switch 2, on the Switch 2, so that'll be awesome. And there we are, our gray person. Oh yes, here we go. The other announcement that you loved.
I was excited about GameCube games coming. So far they only have said there was a few games released that are going to be available, but I'm excited about that.
I think they got a pretty good selection of the ones though.
I hope so, yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, come on, they have Zelda, so.
Exactly, yeah. And that GameCube opening logo is so cool. And the way that it's like, it's so iconic. They really got that right. I mean, so good.
And the controller.
Did you? So I think I've shown you that I have all of like the retro controllers that you can buy. So you can buy like the Nintendo 64 controller or the Sega Genesis controller. And I've done all that, and it really makes playing games on the NSO so much more fun and like exciting and enjoyable. You really feel like you're playing them. So I'm definitely going to buy this controller because I think it's so important for them to have it.
I own one that's like third party. And it worked great, and I prefer using that when I play Smash Brothers. But if this is better, then because I mean it's going to be official Nintendo controller, so it will definitely better. And you can play Link in Soul Calibur.
Yes, in part 2, that is so cool. So
Soul Calibur was a Sega game to begin with, wasn't it?
I think it was Namco. I think
Namco,
they
okay.
made it. Yeah.
It was on my Sega Gen Sega, what is it called?
Oh,
God.
Dreamcast?
Dreamcast. It was in, what is Dreamcast? Is that Sega?
Yes, so that is Sega,
yes.
but so they did make it for multiple systems, but
Okay.
they put unique characters in each of the games. So in the
I had it
GameCube
for
one you had
Dreamcast,
Link,
so.
and the GameCube one you could play Link, and the Dreamcast one I think you could play as Spawn from like Marvel.
Oh, okay.
And then in the PlayStation one, I think you played as maybe Kratos from God of War. I can't remember. I maybe, but they like did like unique versions for each of them.
Oh, cool.
So
I remember I liked Soul Calibur. I really enjoyed that fighting game. So
it's really good. It's really good.
I'm excited to play it. Fire Emblem will be cool. They have Pokemon. Let's see.
Pokemon XD?
Strikers.
Mario Strikers, yeah, that's cool.
I have the soccer one, and then so I do like Mario sports games, but I have the soccer one on my Switch right now. That's Brawlers or something, and
yeah,
it is fun. It is fun, but kind of stopped playing. I just was like, but it is fun. So
yeah,
I'm excited to play
Strikers.
Strikers I think was better than the newest one, so that's cool. Never heard of Chibi Robo.
Oh, Chibi Robo, he's really cute. It's a series that died though. It's just like it's kind of little kid adventure kind of stuff.
Okay.
But what's interesting about this though is like over here they've also shown that like Luigi's Mansion is coming. Now they've released Luigi's Mansion HD version, right? So it's like there's part of this that almost feels like this is really great, but then it's also going like, well, there's a better version of these games to play. You know, even going back to Zelda Wind Waker, it's like, come on, like. Yes, it's going to be convenient, and yes, there's things coming down the line. They must release Eternal Darkness because that was like a huge GameCube game. Would you know about Eternal Darkness? Have you heard of that?
I don't think I played it.
So it was during the like time when Resident Evil and stuff was coming out, and Nintendo wanted to do a their own sort of horror version. But what was really cool about Eternal Darkness is it would like mess with your TV. They did these psychedelic things as part of the gameplay experience. So one of the curses you would get or whatever, I don't know if it was a curse, but things that would happen is, you remember like on old CRT TVs when you do the volume, it had like the bar at the bottom that would show it going up and down. So built into the game to mess with you, it would like it would start turning the volume down, and you're like, I'm not doing anything. What's going on? So it would like really mess with your senses that way. So
you liked it. You liked the game.
Oh yeah. I didn't play too much of it, but what I did play, it was really cool, and it's just kind of a cult classic. But hey, listen,
that sounds like something I would like. So
yeah, for sure. And then here's the controller they talked about. You can get your GameCube controller to play it properly. And I think this is so good because, like, they built the games around these controllers, and trying to play it on like the Joy-Con, it just doesn't feel the same. I'm always like, oh, what's the button? What do I do? Right. So this is, if you can, is the way to do it. Yeah.
Best controller that was ever made by Nintendo.
You think so? The GameCube? There's a lot of people. Oh, and it's got the C button as well, the new C button. So that's cool.
It's one of the best controllers.
Okay, so there's other functionalities there. So they're always hard to get though, because I had to go to several places to try and find this. That's
really
a sellout. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man, take my money, Nintendo. Take my money.
I'm gonna have to pick up some extra shifts.
Take my money. So again, all great stuff here. Just continuing to announce the classic games that are coming back from GameCube, and that they're going to continue to allow us to enjoy those games. And then now we're getting into some more some sizzle reel stuff. I'll start to move through this a little faster, Mike, because I think there might be some things that
what Borderlands 4.
Yeah, you excited about that?
I like the other Borderlands, so I mean,
okay,
I do enjoy games like this. So
I never really played it, so it looks cool.
Classic graphics. The graphics look great, cyberpunk looking, and I think it's a play for me, and I think it's coming out exclusively to Switch.
No,
at first.
Oh, at first. Oh, okay.
Or maybe it wasn't Borderlands. There was something else, and it was saying something about it being exclusively coming out on Switch.
Okay.
And that's why I thought it was the Borderlands one.
It could be. I know Borderlands has been announced for other consoles, but I don't know if that means that there's not a Switch exclusive. That would be cool.
And
that would be
I'm
a huge
win
win for them. No,
I can double definitely. I took notes, and now I left them upstairs. But
I'm sure listeners correct us in the comments if we're wrong. I'm sure we are about certain things, but you can't get it all. It's all new information. We're just processing as we can. So Civilization, there's like a bunch of Civ heads out there. They love Civilization, and the fact that you can play with it on the mouse now is going to be really good.
I played it, and it was just wasn't. So
more sports games are coming.
This
is good. Yeah. WrestleMania or wrestling and basketball. That's how much I watch any of that. I don't watch any of that, so whatever. Um, yeah, some more like 4 kid streamer island games. Not sure what this is about, but survival kits. Probably not going to pick that one up. But we'll just go ahead and skip over it. Anything here? Enter the Gungeon 2. Did you ever play any of those,
I
Mike?
have not. Man,
No.
I don't sound like a gamer, do I? I keep
No,
on saying I
you
haven't played any
do.
of these
Mike,
games.
I'm telling you, you are a gamer,
Thank
okay?
you.
Don't listen to
Thank
any
you
of
for the
the haters out
validation.
there. But this is like I think this is a roguelike shooter that was really popular on the 3DS. I think it started with Enter the
Okay.
Gungeon. And so those people out there are going to be clamoring for that. They're going to love it. And space people running around the land. That's kind of cool.
I missed that for some reason. I don't remember that. Oh, remember because they had a fail in the direct. It got it.
Oh, I didn't.
It froze. The
Oh, did
computer.
it?
It froze and it went on and it was a fail. So I never went back and saw all
Oh,
this. So I'm seeing all
no.
this for the first time.
Star Seeker.
It froze and I was like, "Come on, Nintendo!" And then they were like, and then the sound was off and everybody was like, "Froze!" typing in the chat.
Oh no.
So
And here we are, Cyberpunk Ultimate Edition. This is a massive, like, I think this is one of the bigger announcements actually.
Yeah.
Because like the fact that they can get this running on here, when remember on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, they had to pull it off the system because it was so broken. So that
Amazing.
really shows that
So
like
this
there's
game was
something going
already
on.
out, right?
This game's been out for a while,
And
right?
Ultimate Edition, though, is new.
Ultimate Edition, I think, is pulling both the base game and the DLC together. So and yeah, so the fact that that's able to run on the Switch too, I think that's a big telling thing. I can't wait for Digital Foundry. Do you ever watch any of their work or their videos?
Digital Foundry.
They go into really like deep tech stuff about how systems work and how good it is. I can't wait for them to get a hold of the Switch 2 and like do the Cyberpunk 2027 one. And here, this is great. So Final Fantasy VII.
Amazing.
So this is another interesting thing because Final Fantasies have typically been associated with PlayStation platforms, and I guess the exclusivity is kind of finishing with them, and now they're bringing it to other platforms because these games are awesome. They're so good. Final Fantasy.
It looks really good.
I'm so glad they're coming. Yeah, another scissor roll for some third-party games. This is such a strong lineup for third-party games. I think this is them coming out swinging and showing that third parties are getting behind this. These are games that
I can't believe they gave Silk Song 5 seconds. 5 seconds, and that's it.
That's what everybody. That's going to be the biggest like. That's it. Everybody's been waiting for Silk Song to
Hollow
be announced,
Knight,
and then like
Silk Song 5 seconds. There you go, done. They've been waiting for it to be announced.
What a troll! That's such a
troll
for them to do that. Great, great stuff being shown here. And then this one, WckdGmrUK again. This one being shown again.
I'm excited about that one.
That one is actually going to be really good. So lots of great stuff that's coming down the line here. I'm going to move through this a little bit faster, and let's get to this.
This game
here.
looks creepy.
So creepy. But the kind of if this is the
what
one
was
I'm
this
thinking
game
about,
called?
This is like blood. Oh, what is it called? This is this From Software game, right?
Yes, From Software.
So FromSoft is the one that did
Sorry,
Eldin
this
Ring.
one was the one that was going to be exclusive to the Switch.
Is this okay?
I think this was what I sorry about. I wasn't Borderlands 4, but yeah.
Okay, well then that's even more interesting because this is so From Software is the ones that did Eldin Ring, right? That like one that I was super excited about. And they're known for their like incredibly hard, like it's really hard gameplay.
Duskbloods.
Yeah, Duskbloods. And it's
exclusive to Switch 2. I just looked it up. So exclusive.
That is a huge.
So that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, this is going to be. Oh my gosh, all these From Software. I wonder if it's exclusive forever, but
probably not,
or if it's like just
exclusive
for a limited
release
time.
For sure.
Yeah. Now the thing with like FromSoft games is like, so they have like Dark Souls and other ones. Like I don't like the ones where they're more linear and you have to like because they're brutal. Like you have to like really get your swings down perfectly. You have to get your dodges down perfectly, and it gets boring. Like I don't mind a hard game, but I don't want one that I have to spend 900 hours like mastering all the mechanics.
Yeah.
But Eldin Ring allowed it to be like hard, but also like that open world concept, and you could run away from a fight if you wanted to. You could go do something else and then come back and play. So I don't know if this one's going to have that linear stuff like the Dark Souls does. If it does, then that's probably not going to speak to me.
When it
But
was showing
you
me
know,
the intro like that, and then it showed him standing at the top of looking down at a castle, I was like, "Is this Castlevania?" I'm like, "What am I looking at?" Because they haven't
yeah,
told you what it is yet, and I was like, "What is going on?"
yes.
But it looks cool. It looks
They get
scary.
they get all their atmosphere absolutely right. I'd love to have you like play a From Software game and see
And since it's
like get into it.
exclusive to Switch 2, it's going to utilize every mechanic that
Yeah,
they can
yeah,
possibly utilize on
yeah,
the Switch for this.
exactly.
It's going to be one of the games that is made to run on the Switch, just like
Uh-huh.
Metroid or something. It's going to
Yeah,
work so good. It's going to be flawless. I already know it.
yeah. For sure, and like I could love it, like hardcore gamers like using the mouse functionality to try to like deal with their combat style. That's going to be really
Yeah.
interesting to see how they.
Looks
Because
really
one of the
good.
things you can, what's really funny, is a sidebar with like From Software games, like in the Souls games, people try to figure out like how they can beat. So you know the how they can beat the game in the weird ways. So you remember the Guitar Hero controllers? There's somebody out there who who rewired the hard.
No.
Yes, I'm not kidding you. Who rewired the Guitar Hero controller, made it work in Elden Ring, and beat the game that way. Like
They
it's
remapped
just.
everything just to
I
play the
think
oh
yeah,
my
I don't know how they
god.
got that tech to word, but these are some incredibly incredibly
Yeah.
amazing people, but also like they have a lot too much time on their hands. I don't, no shame, but like
Amazing.
how you've done that is like incredible.
Yeah. Amazing. And this bat thing at the end
Yeah.
doesn't give any idea of what it is or why it's there or what's going on and why it has an earring. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
like you don't know. It's just eerie and creepy,
Yeah.
and I'm excited to see what's going to go on. It's 2026 though, so
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Duskbloods.
Okay, so we're gonna take one more quick break before we round out the rest of this episode with all of our thoughts. We'll be right back. And we're back. And we are going to start rounding out the rest of this direct. Man, so much in this direct. I've loved every minute of it, and I am pleased as punch with it. But let's get back into it.
I wanted more at
And
the end. Like I really
did
wanted
you?
more. Like I thought they gave us a lot.
Uh,
But when it ended, when it was like coming to this, like no, like answer my questions. Like I
mm,
was like, where's the price? Where is the pre-order date? Where is
yeah,
tell me I need these are the things I need to know because
exactly.
I'm ready to put my credit card number in and purchase
Yeah.
this and you failed to do that for me. Like you failed to give me this information I need.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I want to give you my money, Nintendo. Why aren't you like making that possible, you
Exactly.
know?
But I think as they are it's because they are asking so much. I don't think they wanted that out just yet. As
Yeah.
because yeah, it's just like remember when Apple came out that the latest iPhone and then they showed the price or no, it wasn't the Apple, it was the VR, Apple VR thing. And they showed the price and then you heard an
Yes.
audible gasp in the audience go like
Yeah, because
what?
it's like $4,000 or
It's
something, isn't it? That's so
ridiculous. It's
stupid.
like a used car. And it's like, whoa. And so I think they didn't want to, even though for what we're getting and the hardware updates, and if it's all true and everything is going to run beautifully, and you can
Yeah.
actually play these like
Yeah.
ported games on here that require so much demand, then yes, take my money. So
Yeah.
so wait,
Yeah,
this
and I think you're right. I think they're going to just have that they're going to sneak it under the radar. They want the announcement to be all the excitement about the games, and then they're going to just sneak the price in and like not make a big deal of it. But
exactly.
that's gonna be a big deal. But
So this
yeah.
is a new
What were you gonna
Kirby
say? Yeah.
game
Yeah.
that we're seeing.
Yeah.
It's the Kirby. It's like Mario
Kirby
Kart,
Air
isn't it?
Rides.
Air Rides.
Kirby Air
Okay.
Ride. Yeah.
Air
Yeah.
Riders.
Which was originally a GameCube game. So it's interesting, right? Because then you think like, well, we're remastering, you're remaking this,
Yeah.
but you could have put it on the GameCube. I don't know. That's so weird. I don't understand. I'm liking it, but it's just weird. But yeah, this is a
to
bit
me, it's
Mario
just
Kart,
giving
but
me
Kirby.
Mario Kart.
Yeah. Yeah, it is that. It's totally that.
I don't know.
Um,
I just want to play Mario Kart because it's going to be a
I know.
world. Like, don't give me something the same, but whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
I will definitely take a look into it.
Yeah, but it is a weird one to announce when you've just announced the successor to the most like it's sold like 40 something stupid million copies. I don't know. It continues to sell copies
Exactly.
of Mario Kart Deluxe, 8 Deluxe. And you just think, what? And then you show Kirby Air Riders, like poor
And
Kirby
then-
Air Riders, he's never going to,
And it's like a 10-second, well, other
Yeah.
than the main intro, but like they don't show any gameplay. It just shows, all it is a visual of what's going on. Like there's no gameplay shown. So
yeah, what is it? Like, why even announce it? Like, that's
yeah,
just
Air
a weird
Ride,
thing
and
to
they said
announce.
Air Riders with an ERS they added.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see.
And then this, for me, is what I am this is just, I had no idea this was going to happen.
Yeah.
I am so excited for this.
I was so
is just
confused at
such
what
a
I
nice
was
surprise.
seeing at first. I was like, are these Pikmin? I'm like, what are these things? And then all of a sudden, Donkey Kong.
Yeah. I thought they were, because at first I was like, oh, this is going to be the Mario, right? But then, and it kind of looked like a 3D Mario a little bit. But then the second I saw those, I was that little monkey there. I was like, yes. I just think that, oh my God, I've been wanting a really good 3D Donkey Kong since the Nintendo 64 version, which was
Look,
fine.
he has crazy eye. Ready? Wait for it.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he? There he is.
Crazy
Yeah.
eye.
He's the movie one, like you
He
said.
is
yeah.
the movie one, yeah.
Yeah. But
Oh,
look at this big open world running
This
around.
is exciting, actually.
This is very exciting. And this has got such good DNA to it
He's
with
such a
like
boss.
rare.
He's like, oh, there's a wall. Okay, I'll just go right through it. And then like, watch. He's like, oh, well, the ground doesn't stop me. I'll just go right through that too.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I mean,
basically, you can just beat up anything, go through anything. There's nothing stopping you.
Like, oh yeah, it's just great. It's just so good. Like, what do you just pick up anything and it's basically like destroying the whole world, right? Like, how are you gonna like
carve your own path?
Yeah. But the graphics look beautiful. Look at that. Oh my gosh, the gameplay just looks so intriguing. Like, you've got anything around you in the environment you can pick up and throw at people to like break it up. Like, what is going on here? What the hell is going on? This is just Coconuts Donkey Kong stuff. Like, old levels.
I mean, yeah. There's like a side scroller.
The minecart's back. Oh, look at all this. Well, this is just, I mean,
this was unexpected and welcomed.
Yeah, all of that. Oh, the animals are back. I mean, and this is obviously like tying into the Universal Park. Like, they've got, you know, Donkey Kong Land or whatever. It's opened up at Nintendo Land. Like, this is just perfect. This and the fact that they're leading with this as their big like 3D open world game over a Mario is pretty surprising.
Yeah, you mean closing with this?
Well, no, what I mean, sorry, closing with this, but also leading. They're showing this before 3D Mario with the Switch 2.
Yeah, is there even going to be a Mario?
There will be. There has to be. But the fact that they're giving this priority is just, I think it's really telling. They're giving Donkey Kong due credit again, which is just so exciting because we've needed it. Because the 2D ones on the Switch and the Wii U and the recent ones have been so good in terms of like core platforming mechanics, like really tight gameplay, super fun levels. So that we haven't been like, they haven't been doing Donkey wrong or anything, right? But it like this just shows that they really love it and they see it as a franchise that has like a lot of legs, and has a future. So this is so cool.
It is really cool.
That's my favorite. I'm so excited for that. I wish they didn't give a date for that one though. They did.
July 15th.
Oh, July 15th.
I think it was
great.
15th. Yeah, July 15th.
So a month after the launch. Cool. That's so quick.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, folks. Okay, and this is the last thing they showed, the 2 bundles that are coming out that you've mentioned. You got the one that's
no price.
No price.
No price. But I found it online.
One on its own. This is going to be phenomenal. The box looks similar to the OLED box. It's not too dissimilar, so there's a lot of the same kind of DNA from the original Switch happening.
Yeah.
So it looks in the same family. And I'm still gobsmacked that they're the colors of the shirt that they're wearing.
Yes, it looks so good.
The fact that you spotted that is incredible.
He's wearing the color.
Yeah.
Well, he could have went more blue on that side, but he's still good. It's still good. It's all there.
Yeah. All right, there you go. That is the latest Nintendo Direct. Talking about the Switch 2.
A lot.
Oof, that was a lot, and that was. I give that definitely a high A minus. I'm happy with that.
A high A minus. So you mean just an A?
Yeah, I'll give it an A. Go on. I'm not gonna cut. Yeah, I think it's a solid A. Really, really good. Nice surprises. Gave us a little bit more about the tech in it, without kind of overwhelming us. They've shown some functionalities off, so there's still that quirky Nintendo, but we know we're in safe hands just moving into a Switch 2 from a regular Switch. So, yeah, call me happy. I am so excited for this. So excited.
I'm super excited. But when I was watching it, all I saw was my bank account just draining like every minute. And so I was depressed. And I was depressed because I want it all.
I know.
And then I'm watching and I'm like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
there goes another thing. Oh, the Switch 2 edition upgrade. Oh, there goes some more money and more money and more money. And with with me moving to London soon and not really having a stable source of income, I'm like, oh, where is all this money going to come from?
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to sell my body again.
Take it off for $1, Mike.
Yes, take it off for $1. I'm going to have to charge $2.
There you go. I think you need to charge a lot more than $2.
Yeah.
I do think,
folks, you can find me OnlyFans. I play naked. I play naked with my Nintendo Switch.
Support his Switch
soon
2
to be my
habit.
soon to be a Nintendo Switch 2. Naked gameplay. Find me live.
But you do, oh gosh, how funny! I'm sure there is definitely an OnlyFans for that you could make some money with.
I'm not opposed to it.
But on that, on that note, though, like this is an interesting time. Like we know the world economy is really challenging at the moment, right? There's so many headwinds for all businesses around the world. So like this is a really tricky time for Nintendo to be launching a system. And like
at a very high price.
At a very high price, right? Like
I was hoping for $399, but when I heard $449, $450, I was like, ooh, yeah, $500. I was like, ooh.
Yeah. So this isn't going to be, of course, there's going to be people like you and I who are going to go out and get it day one. And there's going to be enough of those people that they're going to sell out right away and it's going to do really well. But like, just thinking about the kind of current climate with everything, I think they've got some challenges that they've got to face. And if I'm mom and dad or guardian or whoever trying to think about, what present little kid wants under the tree, and it's, close to $500 or whatever, I'm going like, that's a lot for a Christmas present, isn't it?
It is a lot.
Yeah.
This is going to be an adults only fans Nintendo Switch because like, I'm sorry, childrens, you ain't gonna be able to afford this.
Wait your turn.
I mean, if I had a child, I wouldn't be able to afford this Switch for my child and me. Like it's one or the other. Like it's gonna come with me. I'm sorry. You can play it. I'll let you play it when I'm like sleeping or at work or something. But like, no, this is. I don't know who like. I mean, there are going to be tons of children who have it, and I'm a flight attendant, and I'm going to see them with it on the airplane and be like, "You spoiled little rot shit," and I'll be like, "Let me get on my Switch too and beat your ass." But like, I don't know. It's pricey. They will sell out. They're going to sell out. They're going to sell out
day one. Yeah, absolutely. And scalpers are going to get a hold of this and charge more money. But I think you nailed it on the head earlier when you were talking about the way they're getting around that is through that Nintendo account thing.
Because remember, that was one of the things they said. We are going to be able to make it available to everybody who wants one. And we're like, it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to do this. And that's how they're going to do it. Sign up at Nintendo.com. You have to have all these requirements met. It's going to be like CAPTCHA. Are you a real human? And then you'll be able to be invited to purchase the Switch directly from Nintendo, which is probably the way to do it. So
I think so. Yeah, I'm going to check that out.
I feel like it's a carefree way to do it instead of being like click, 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 like you're trying to buy tickets to a concert. So.
Totally. And Nintendo wants you to do that way because then they get the money themselves. They don't have to like share any of that, right?
Yeah.
The income goes directly to them. So this is just a new way for them to keep you in that ecosystem, keep you like, giving them money directly, with all of that. And then I wonder how the Nintendo Today app is going to play into this, right? Is it going to be like pre-order it today? Like it's going to, really speak to people to try and get you into it.
Yeah.
And you know what we didn't see though? Things that we didn't see are what does the UI look like? I want to see what the screen looks like.
Yeah, is that changed at all? So, is it more customizable?
Please let me customize.
Like, let me put my dog's picture in the background.
Yeah, are you gonna let us like have Hulu or streaming apps on it? Because they didn't do that this time. You could have YouTube, I think, but like
I had Hulu.
Pretty much.
I feel like I had Hulu on my current. I never used it, but
okay. In the UK. Because I have a UK
there is
Switch.
No Hulu
in the UK. There's no streaming apps on it at all, right? So you get that over in the US, but I can't. I think I can get YouTube.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, all of those kind of things we don't know about. We don't know how long the battery life is going to last for. We didn't get that kind of tech, insight.
Yeah, I feel like the battery life is just going to be the same as the other one. I mean, the other one's
Yeah.
not bad, so it's
Mhm.
I do
Yeah.
like that the port is on top now because if you want to play it,
Totally.
you can plug in. There's no that awkward like, how do I plug
Mhm.
this in? Remember, I had to buy like a little stand for my Switch just so I can plug it in. What if I'm playing tabletop mode?
It's such a dumb design thing for them to do. Like, how could you think of like all that amazing stuff and then you think, well, why
Yes.
not the one there? Yeah, yeah, that's true. On the top is a great. And then what other accessories are going to go in that? I mean, they've showed us the camera now, but like
Yeah.
you can
What
imagine all
else?
the other stuff. Yeah.
What else? There's gonna be some things. It's gonna be a lot of
Oh,
things. So
but you know what's so great about this too, though, Mike, is like, of course we planned it this way in terms of starting the podcast when we have, but we are just now going to have a deluge of stuff to be able to talk about.
nonstop.
So nonstop, right? So as you said,
Eventually, one day we'll stop talking about Nintendo and not talk about other systems. So,
yeah. Well, I've been playing some games that are on other systems. So when we get
okay.
back to sort of more regular programming that isn't just about reacting to stuff, I've got some good stuff to talk about in terms of games from other systems. But yeah, just a great time to be a gamer, right? So many good things to
Yes.
get excited about. And the launch of a new system is always
A
fun, right?
great
But
time to have money.
yeah, or not. So there you go. Any last thoughts, Mike, as we round out this episode?
Last thoughts, final thoughts. No, I'm just excited. A lot of things were confirmed. A lot of surprises were
Yeah.
given to us, especially with the Mario Kart world. I've never been more excited about a Mario Kart game. Like I love Mario Kart. They're all the same, right? Like they're all the same. There's like new mechanics, new maps, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But this is completely mind blowing for me, and I'm just the possibilities, and I'm excited to see where they take it and what it's going to bring. So the Mario Kart world is probably one of my hands down. Like I'm most excited about this. Like it beat Metroid like 4 for me. Like I was like, oh my god, this is like
Wow.
okay. I
Okay.
would say they're both on the same level now, like of
Yes. Okay.
excitement. And they did not say when Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is going to be
Oh,
released.
they
I
didn't, did they?
don't
They haven't put in a
know.
release date
I
yet.
thought it was going to be a day one release, and maybe it
Oh
is, but they
man.
didn't say anything. So,
That's true. So yeah.
and I
Okay.
don't know where all
So
my time's going to go because I'm like Mario Parts open world, Metroid. Like I'm not going to have the backlog. Just keeps getting back and back. That's all it is. All I see is money and backlog.
what a wonderful problem to have though, in terms
Wonderful
of too many
problem.
games to play, right? Too many
Yes,
games. I wouldn't
too
have it any other
many.
way. Yeah, I
Your
think that's
final
surprising to
thoughts?
hear. I think like I said, I think seeing that third party support, right? I think because the Nintendo games are going to be good, right? For the
Yes.
most part, they're always going to nail it, and that's a safe space, right? But seeing the number of third party games that are already being shown, the ones that are being shown, like, come on, more of that. I'm so excited to see that. I think it's going to be they're going to hit it strong straight out the gate. Yeah, we're eating, as the kids say. We are eating.
And we're
We are
leaving no
eating.
crumbs.
We are leaving no crumbs. Well, I think that's about all the time we have left on for this episode. I know it's been a little bit longer than usual ones, but just so much to react to. So thanks for sticking around throughout the whole episode and listening to us. Mike, where can listeners find you if they want to engage with you on social medias?
Instagram is probably the only place right now, and Mike Malldee, MikeMaldy, on Instagram. I should make some more things. I should get a Twitch because I want to start gaming like
Yeah.
live. So find me there
Okay.
for now, and we'll
Okay.
see where we go.
And we'll let you know when that Twitch account goes up live because I want to watch you play some games as well.
Yes.
And if you want to find out more about Out of Sync Gaming, check out our website, outofsyncgaming.co.uk. We've got some reviews that go up every couple of weeks. We're on Blue Sky. We're on Discord. Both of those Out of Sync Gaming, as well as on Instagram, Out of Sync Gaming. Is there a question you want to hear us talk about on the podcast? If so, email us at gamers@outofsyncgaming.co.uk. Send us your reactions to the Switch 2 Direct. What did you think? Put those comments below. If you're watching us on YouTube, please like and subscribe. We want to build that community. We want to get you notified when these latest episodes come out because we're going to start churning more and more of these out so you don't want to miss the latest ones as they happen. Yeah. Thanks again, Mike. You're a star. Great co-host as always. And I've been your host, WckdGmrUK Allen. And until next time, remember, just play the games you want to.
Why not?
Bye.
Bye.